dirty little secret. And it's all legal.
Are you ready for showtime? Oh, come on, you do better. Are you ready for showtime? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Break down, baby.
Who the hell is this?
Alan, you have been described by your enemies as evil, insane, manipulative. Who are you?
To examine it would be to demystify it.
Hey, yo, get a ticket with a tasty group, okay?
Wow.
Definitely makes me cringe.
Very, very, very painful.
1, 2, 3, pick it. Pick it. Come on. God damn it. Could you one time pick it? What the
You're disgusting.
It's showtime!
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7
You ignorant prick bastard.
WMMS. Cleveland.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hello, greetings, and salutations from us to you. Hi, my name is Alan Cox. Thanks for showing up. Say hi to Bill Squire, who is right over there.
Hey, creepy hugs, everyone. Thanks for listening and watching this episode of The Alan Cox Show, titled On the Basis of Cox.
I haven't watched. That's that RBG movie.
Yeah, I saw it over the weekend. It was good.
All right.
Turns out
it's in theaters, or that's a Netflix original?
That's in theaters.
All right.
So that's not part of the podcast. The podcast tomorrow is about that Abducted in Plain Sight.
Flicks and Bill.
Flicks and Bill, yeah.
Who's the guest on the Abducted in Plain Sight?
My buddy Coley Colgate. He's a local
Heir
musician.
to the toothpaste fortune?
No, it's Colgate with a K.
I'm pretty sure they spell it with a C.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's not heir to the... Yeah, he's just...
Oh.
He's a musician and a very funny guy.
All right.
And, kind of a... Yeah.
We
have a good time talking about it.
I'll do you one better. On my brand new podcast, my very first guest, Jim Aquafresh.
Oh,
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, well, on mine, I'm having Alex Crest.
Hey, Mary Santora is right over there.
Hey, guys.
She's fine and fresh and ready to whatever.
Yeah, no babies.
But
That's the main.
no
That's the
babies.
main point we're making here.
I saw somebody tweeted you that they said that out loud when their alarm went off this morning.
I laughed so hard. Somebody said he was just groggy and was like, no babies. That's
I like
awesome.
how the dumb crap from the show works its way into people's lives.
I love it. It
People
makes me
saluting
so
to their spouses who have no idea what's going on.
Right?
That happens. I get a gazebo sent to me, or like articles about gazebos. I just posted one on my Instagram story. Gazebos have taken over my life.
You should be able to get a gazebo endorsement. There's got to be some
Right?
some local builder who's trying to get gazebos going in the spring. Hi, I'm Bill Squire for gazebos. You may have heard that they are of particular interest to me and my right hand.
Set the mood.
Hey, Pound Cake is back behind the glass.
Afternoon, white people.
He is, what's today? It's a Wednesday. What's it, a way back Wednesday?
Woman Crush
Woman
Wednesday?
Crush Wednesday. I need to do
All
that.
right. World Championship Wrestling for those of us who go back to that. So, anyway, if you'd like to join us, please feel free. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007, 35192. If you want to text me, there will be plenty of chances for you to win $1,000 every hour, about 30 past. A chance for you to go fund yourself a different text number with words that could get you $1,000. That's the long and the short of it. AlanCoxShow.com for all the other pertinent stuff. Got the live video stream there if you want to watch. You can subscribe and share and like.
Subscribe.
You can subscribe and share and comment and like and all those things.
Whatever you do on the interwebs.
We call it Old Prospector Television, and every day it's up there. I think the Polar Blast info is still up there. Our Polar Blast battle is the night after tomorrow night. It is Friday night, as it's referred to commonly on calendars. It's a very circuitous way to describe Friday, but there it is. And all of us will have our teams, and the losing teams, of course, our punishment this year is we will have to get acrylic nails that we'll have to wear for 2 weeks.
Now, I have this question.
Yes.
Ready?
Mary's you're going with us.
Yeah.
Erica's not going to be there.
That's right.
She fills in for Erica.
She'll
She should
captain
fill in.
Erica's team.
Yeah. So are you going to fill in for Erica in that regard? And if that's the case, you should have to do a punishment.
That's on you guys. I wasn't going to impede or put myself in any kind of situation, but
I just want you to suffer.
I know you want me to suffer because I had such a good idea with the acrylic nails.
But I think having acrylic nails for 2 weeks.
That would not be.
That would not be.
No, that would not be.
Right, that would not be a big thing for you.
No, I would love that.
Tear your nails out.
No.
Okay.
You declaw me like a kitten? Like, what are you doing?
She'd be more used to that than we would.
Yeah. I mean, that's on you guys. I'm going to leave that.
If you have cast your vote as a prediction of which team you think will win, you could win all the prizes that the winning team gets, which includes stuff from Charles Scott Salon and Spa, Bud Light, Monster Energy. But it's going to be a lot of fun. So even if you're not on one of our teams, hope to see you out there. We always have a blast. DJ Cairo is going to be providing the entertainment. And Statement Limousine, as always, thank you to them for getting us there and back so we don't have to drive and we can partay with you. So Lake Tahoe has had to shut down their ski resorts because they got 7 feet of snow in 7 days.
Oh, my gosh.
So even a place like, that's made, it sounds silly to say that a ski resort got so much snow they had to shut it down. But, we've got some listeners out that way, and they said we're getting hammered.
7 feet. I couldn't even imagine that.
In 7 days.
A foot of snow a day.
That's nuts.
So how would you, you just walk outside I think I parked here.
You don't. I don't think you leave.
Yeah, you're not really walking outside.
Parked.
Well, okay, true. But
it's like those things where people open their door and it's just snow.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean? So you're going out of your second story window and you're like, okay, where did I park my car?
Where are my hands?
That's right.
That's cool. So if someone just wanted to jump out of their second story window, they probably wouldn't die.
Yeah, that's sure. That's true.
I'm trying to bring some.
No, I know. You'll see YouTube videos of people jumping from their balconies into a thing of snow.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fun, provided that you don't go down too deep and it folds
in
on you.
Right. You can't get out. Yeah. Suffocate?
You
Freeze
can't.
to
Oh
death.
yeah, no. There was a story a couple of weeks ago.
You drown.
Chicago
drown. Would you drown?
There were
if it melts.
2 little girls. It was a story outside Chicago where these 2 little girls, while their families were in church, they went outside and were making snow tunnels, and it collapsed on them. And yeah, they didn't make it out. So it's like that's why.
Scary, yeah.
That's why there's the biggest argument, Bill, for never going to church. Look what can happen.
Your snow tunnel can
when
collapse.
your snow tunnel can collapse. When you're in there worshiping, your children are outside. Hey, Angie.
Hey.
What up?
Well, I'm calling because my friend Matt McCormick is from Cleveland, Ohio. He turned me onto your show. We listen to it all the time. I think it's freaking hilarious.
Thank you.
It really is. And Pancake's my favorite. Matt actually thinks that
he is the fan favorite, yeah.
The smartest, whatever.
He is the smartest. He's
the funniest, all that stuff.
No, that's not why. He's the nicest, honestly. That's why.
I am.
You haven't listened very long.
I'm definitely the nicest.
Perception is reality, and if Angie feels that Pound Cake is the nicest, then by God, he's the nicest.
I'm the nicest and the most personable.
Hey, but she says that like it's a nice thing, or like it's a compliment.
It is a compliment.
Who wants to be the nicest person on the show?
But it comes naturally. It's not like I'm doing a chore.
It ain't gonna be me. That's how I
Well,
got my name on the
I
van.
didn't call to talk about Pound Cake being nice. I called because I got offended the other day on Monday.
What took you so long?
I know, right? And Matt was like, why don't you call Alan and tell him about it? Because I was like, don't you think it's offensive sometimes and dehumanizing the way these guys talk about women? And he's like, no.
I sure hope so.
I mean, every single time a woman comes up, even if she's the governor's wife, and you're not saying anything else about her, it's like, oh yeah, she's pretty. Like, what's up with that? Of course,
It's I think you're
Angie. Your wife, you have a kid.
Angie.
Yeah. Take a breath.
Is it dehumanizing to remark that a woman is attractive?
Oh, if that's all that you say about her.
Okay, well then give me the rest.
What do you mean?
You called me, so give me the rest.
Honestly, I just called to say that, like, I don't expect you to change. I like your show the way it is, but...
But I don't understand your complaint.
Yeah,
you just gave me an example of your complaint, and you didn't answer my question.
Did you even see On the Basis of Sex? Because I did.
Bill saw it.
I'm woke.
A young, foxy Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Yeah.
Who thought that was even possible? Right?
How dare you?
Come on.
I know. Like, nothing's more boring than being a feminist. I get it.
No, that's fine. You should do whatever you want to do. I'm just saying that the example you gave me was not a good one. So I was curious
I'll
as
give
to
you another one.
Yeah.
The way you guys talked about Wendy Williams last week was not cool.
Wendy Williams.
What did we say about Wendy Williams?
Oh, my God. You tore her up. You guys were talking about how unattractive she is. And the thing is like,
Well, no. I said that she's a very handsome woman, and
I just said she can dunk. I don't know.
Right. I mean, again, is that dehumanizing? No. I think it makes her a pretty good draft pick, Angie.
But I knew when I started this that y'all would be right and I would be wrong. But now Matt's happy because I called the Ellen Cox Show. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye.
All right, thank you, Angie. Now I hope you've learned that I am not the nicest one on the show. We'll leave that to Pound Cake.
Well, I dehumanize men every time I talk about them too. So
Yeah, it's not like we just focus on women. We talk about people like they're beneath us.
But they don't want. What she's saying is she don't want you guys to talk about women like they're just.
I don't know
of
what
meat.
she was saying.
She's
We
saying
don't though.
No,
Clearly.
she's
You
saying
guys
like
do.
whenever.
Flip around the dial and then come back to me and tell me how you feel about how we talk about women.
When she's saying like when you're like, oh, the guy who was gonna do the Michael Jackson, he was gonna do the moonwalk, and his wife was like, hey, not appropriate. Like, oh, she's foxy or whatever.
She's cute, yeah.
Right. So that she's saying that you're not offering anything else up
She
about
couldn't be
that
smart.
woman.
She couldn't be
but
brilliant.
we don't know anything else.
First of
about
all,
her.
I know is what I see. Second
Right.
of all, she clearly wasn't listening because I said it's a good goddamn thing she was there, or this guy would have been. The villagers would have been chasing him with torches.
Believe you said she is clearly the brains of the operation
Yes, I
because
did.
she's the one that had to say, "Yeah, don't do the moonwalk, stupid."
Right.
We called that. We didn't comment on his looks, but we called him a dumbass.
But I do appreciate a random caller willing to go to the mat for the wife of the governor of Virginia, who up until 2 days ago, no one knew who this guy was. But now, of course, everybody's on.
Also, Angie, we
I
need
think
to
that's
know
what
what
she's
you
saying.
look like so we can see if your opinion matters.
I was going to ask if she was cute or if she was coming from a perspective of visual unpleasantness.
Exactly.
But to her point, I wanted to let her have her say. You will find no greater champion of women than I, right? I hired Mary. I hired, to a lesser extent, Pound Cake. He has many feminine qualities, right, that I admire and that...
You get the best of both worlds.
Mary has a
There you
lot
go.
of feminine qualities,
I
too.
would hope so. At least a couple. Right?
Yeah. Bill has some. I have some. I'm always talking about my hair.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is lustrous.
It's good hair.
But, well, what do you want
A lot
to
of good
say?
hair on this show.
There is some good hair
my
on the show.
God.
I
This is
appreciate
the most
I feel like you're third.
I might be
follicularly
third.
amazing program.
I haven't had my hair done since October because it's expensive. So if anybody wants to do my hair for free, let me know.
Good for you.
October.
That's the last time I had my hair done.
When you
What,
had it
what
done
constitutes
by
done?
Like dyed, cut, styled, like taken care of. I haven't.
this your
traded for a
natural
poster, right?
color?
No, the natural's up here. Yeah, I traded a haircut for a poster in Michigan. So yeah, I'm pretty funny, guys.
My
But
jokes
yeah.
are haircut worthy.
Yeah, she just made me pay for the product. So like with what when it got like bright red, that was the last time I did it, and that's probably like a $250 haircut and dye and everything, and she charged me like $75 for it. It's pretty cool. So if anybody else wants to beat that price.
You know what that means?
What?
Really? It was
What?
a $75 haircut.
No, it looked
and she
great.
charged
I
you
really
full,
enjoyed
and she
it.
charged you full price.
Whatever. But no, I have not had a haircut since October.
Okay. Well, you certainly couldn't tell.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I just got to get out of this. All right. I'm going to break. I'm going to have those tickets for you for Between the Buried and Me. If you're a fan of that band, they're doing the show at the Agora on the 19th of this month. Not far off. So we'll get you hooked up there. 35192 if you want to text, or AlanCoxShow.com.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio
From Between the Buried and Me, the pride of Raleigh, North Carolina. They're coming back to do the Agora on Tuesday, February the 19th, just a couple of weeks away. AgoraCleveland.com. We'll have more info on the show if you want to buy tickets, whatever. But these tickets for you right now, Between the Buried and Me, 2 of them, for caller number 12, 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Just consider us your earbuds.
Jesus, who writes this crap?
The Alan Cox Show
On WMMS.
I should have consulted with you. I imagine every girl who had a name in this song.
This is like the only one.
Forever on their eternal playlist.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This song, that Nirvana song.
I also forget what a great song Holiday is by Green Day.
Yeah,
Just
I
a
like
great,
that
great song.
little mashup there. That was
DJ
fun.
Cummerbund. I always like playing his stuff when he drops something new.
I gotta remember whenever you played the Bitty Bitty Bum.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the, because I don't care about like the monetization on the live stream, but there's certain songs that get the live stream blocked when it like re-uploads.
Oh, when I play that?
So that's one that's like blocked worldwide.
Oh.
So
I can just dump it.
It's funny. I just gotta mute it for like because we only play it for like 30 seconds.
Yeah. Give
so
you the
it's easier
heads up.
Yeah,
when,
yeah.
Okay.
I just gotta remember that's one
Is
of
that
those
true
ones.
of all the Pound Cake songs I've made?
No, there's ones that do it, and I think the Where's My Mind one does that.
Okay.
It just depends on what the record company does.
What about the Rolling Stones?
I don't remember.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. And I just chop it out.
Okay.
And then really like
Satisfaction. Satisfaction.
Pretty good. He really brings it. He does, boy. I've mentioned
That's
before.
why he's the best. That's why he's the fan favorite.
He is the fan
smartest,
favorite.
most
The
handsome.
nicest.
He's the
Yeah,
most
nicest.
handsome. He's the nicest.
Best hair.
That's right.
Not best hair.
All those things. Whatever you want to lay at his feet, he'll take it. All of it. Right, Pound Cake?
Yeah, why not?
That's
Why
right.
would I not take it?
I feel like he could take best hair if he grew it out and let it
No,
get
you just
wild.
want to. You just want to laugh at me.
No, I think
I'm not.
No, I
no,
want to see you look like Questlove.
All those pictures are burned of me with like unless somebody has like
I like hair like that.
Make
sophomore,
new pictures.
Unless somebody has like a sophomore yearbook of me, like there's no more pictures of those.
Grow it out.
No,
I want you to look like Cornell Belcher.
too much maintenance.
Yeah, who you talking to? I know, but that's
But
what
my
I'm
hair
saying.
doesn't
It's
grow
worth
like
it.
yours. My
Huh?
hair is totally different than yours.
Oh, is it? I know. I'm just saying. Grow it out.
No.
All right.
Just be a good look for you.
No, it wouldn't. You just want to laugh at me.
I
And I'm not gonna do
really
it at
don't
your
think
expense.
I don't think I would laugh at you. I think it would look good. I think if you because you said it like kind of lays down, but it's got like some poof to it.
Yeah.
It's a good look.
The only
That's fun hair, man.
the only thing I can compare it to, if you look up this guy Noah Centino or whatever his name is from Netflix, like he plays in a. That's what my hair looks like, but it's super curly. Like when I get out of the shower, that's what it looks like.
All right, Noah Centino. Yeah, that's good hair. That kid's got great hair.
It's a lot.
Well, yeah, having longer hair is a lot.
Yeah.
I just like being able to just get up
You
in the
like
morning.
being
and
clean
just-
and fresh. And
Yeah, I mean.
Okay.
I
Hey, listen, I understand it's why my hair is not long anymore
I have to put
because
it in a
like it's a
pony.
lot easier to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the type of shampoo and stuff that you use. It's got to be, you want it to smell great all the time. I'm like, I'm just not that person anymore.
Okay. I've mentioned before when we've talked about kids' toys about how all of them now, and I wish these had been around when I was a kid, how all of kids' toys now are fart-centric or poop-centric or somebody's pants are coming down. They finally, I think they clearly, toy companies were resistant to the more base humor that kids all have for a long time, and now they said, screw it. We got to get kids' attention any way we can because we're competing with video games and cartoons and all this stuff. So all these toys, how long until his pants come down? There's a dog that poops and all this stuff. Somebody sent me a commercial for something called butt heads. Have you seen butt heads?
Mm-mm.
Where their heads, they're little like Funko dolls, but their heads are just butt cheeks.
No, I've not seen it.
Butt heads. Their heads are butts.
I just like that they go, their heads are butts.
It
For,
sounds like-
for people who might, I thought it was a goof, but it's a real thing.
Yeah, it sounds like a Saturday Night Live sketch.
Their heads are butts. Master of martial arts.
Master of the Martial Farts. And then there's Grim Ripper. So they're all fart-centric.
Yeah.
Silent but deadly. Brain fart. He's a ghastly ghoul. And Robot, the ultimate fart machine.
Their heads are butts.
In battle mode, shake 'em up and
Battle mode?
Battle mode. Shake them up and let them rip. See, commercials obviously
wait.
make toys look more fun because when they're fighting with these in the commercial, they're shooting fire and farts and lasers and stuff. When you're a kid, you're playing with them. You're like, well, it's just a couple of stupid dolls here.
So I'm just trying to follow this because it seems a little bit complicated for a kid's toy. So it's a head, but the head isn't just a regular head.
You never believe this.
no.
Their heads are butts. It's also a butt.
Wait. But a butt's a butt and a head's a head. You can't have a
you
butt
get two
that's
butts.
also a head.
You get two butts.
Here's
Or is there but a head?
that's my next question. I'm going to find out. This is called a tease here. I'm going to find out in the rest of this commercial if the spoiler is you flip them upside down and their ass is a face.
And then their legs are arms?
Something.
mode for epic pranks. Each butthead comes with
Epic pranks. So the kid is under the table like Kate Winslet in Eternal Sunshine, and the mom is at the sink, and the dad's reading the paper, and the kid puts the butthead on the table and sets it to fart, and the dad goes, "Honey,
Was that
as though
you?
mom farted."
its own stinky scratch and sniff.
Oh, a scratch and sniff.
They come with stinky scratch and sniff cards.
Their heads are butts.
So anyway, thank you to whoever sent me that. But I like that. They're just finally taking children's toys. Granted, these, I think, are boy-centric toys. There isn't a girl in this commercial other than the mom.
There's plenty of girls that like butts.
Dude,
I know.
My
daughter's one of them.
My niece's birthday is on Sunday, and she's turning 7. And she's been saving up her, she gets money to do chores around the house. She's been saving up. She has $45, and she cannot wait on Sunday to go buy this toy. It's a unicorn that poops slime.
Yeah.
No, we talked about that, right?
Oh, did you?
Unicorn
so.
poop slime.
Yeah, well, I just was over there the other day, and she would not stop talking about it.
Saving her money?
She's saving
How much does it cost?
It's $45.
Are you kidding me?
So she'll get, if she, helps with the dishes and puts things away and, gets her homework done and stuff, she'll get,
Good
$5.
for her. She's saving money for
She's
something she
saving
wants.
her money for a unicorn that poops slime.
She's gonna be so disappointed.
She's so excited because that's, I think, a big thing around little girls right now is that slime. They want to make their own slime. They like all this.
There's instructions. Get
she's
glue.
Got,
and
yeah, she's got 30 different kinds of slime, but this is a unicorn
that poops slime.
that also poops slime. So it's a big deal to her.
Just like in real life.
Yeah. Her friend Olivia has one, and she. Phew.
God, Olivia's got everything.
That's exactly what it is.
Everything.
That's where that
exactly
phrase
what it
"keeping
is.
up with the Olivias" comes from.
Right.
Is that what
exactly,
it is?
yeah.
I didn't realize.
All right, I've got $1,000 for you. You could get a lot of unicorns that poop slime with this kind of money, and you don't even have to save it up. We'll just give it to you. So good luck.
Hey, it's Rover. Go fund yourself. We have your shot at $1,000 now. Text the nationwide keyword CRAZY to the number 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's CRAZY to 200-200. Good luck and go fund yourself. From 100.7 WMMS.
Yeah, my daughter, she had a hallmark moment today. She'll be 3 in a week, and today was her first poop on the floor. So
Good for her.
if you have children, you know that this is really a high water mark when...
Last year, when I was still with my ex-girlfriend, she had a 3-year-old that was going through the potty training thing, And one time she had a poop on the floor and then stepped in it, but then was like hopping around, like trying not to, like get in, like just. And I've never seen. It was so funny, but so upsetting at the same time.
Oh yeah.
And she's just like keeps stepping in it and slipping and just like it's so.
No, she's potty trained, but when she's like, if I'm giving her a bath or something, she has to go look at her butt.
Mm-hmm.
We have like a full-length mirror in the bedroom, and so if she has no clothes on, she'll run down the hall and she'll look at her butt, right?
Because you don't really see it that often.
You don't see it that often.
I remember when I would get baths as a kid, I would stand on the side of the bath, look at my butt in the mirror, and then jump back in the tub. My mom's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, trying to see my farts.
I just want to see my butt.
Trying to see my farts.
So Gwen, because I'm here at work, Gwen sends me a photo, goes, well, this happened, and it's a turd on the floor and Nora in the corner. And I'm like, what happened? She goes, oh, I guess she didn't know it was coming. And so left her right there. I'm like, all right, well. It's a rite of passage, really. When you're a kid, your first floor dump.
And you just look at it, you're like, whoa.
Well, or you're terrified. And,
you're usually like, whatever. If
Yeah,
you're
I feel
like it probably didn't faze her at all. She doesn't have to clean it up. She don't care.
Yeah, right. And it was, you just put on grab some paper towel, pick it up.
Into the toilet.
Yeah.
Done. Problem
At
solved.
least it was on solid floor, like
hardwood floor.
Yeah, hardwood floor. Like
on
it's
carpet,
not,
you gotta get the carpet cleaner. And
yeah,
you're
that was a whole
scrubbing
different
and,
problem.
I don't
Because
know
it's
that-
never really out.
I've never seen.
No,
my niece or nephew do that.
We have a dog too, so anyone with an animal, I mean, you've got, if you have a room with carpeting in it, you've got at least one patch that is gone for good.
Oh, yeah.
Because if they go there one time, they'll always go back to that. So you're always cleaning that patch or whatever. I don't know.
My cat doesn't do that. She throws up though. If she gets like a hairball or whatever, she'll throw up. She'll throw up on them. I'm like, dude, or she eats too fast, she'll go throw up on the carpet. I'm like, could you not for like 1 second, please? But she's never had an accident out of her box.
Out of her box.
She's never gone outside of her litter box.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where.
Come on.
It's like I didn't know cats did that. Yeah, there are a few worse noises than to be awakened from a dead sleep in the middle of the night when your dog or your cat is getting sick. If it's that, you're like and you're like, wake up, let me put something under that.
Right.
Oh God.
Or a small child wakes you up on the side of the bed, and they stand there. And they just go, and they go, I don't feel good. And then, like, yeah, as they're saying it, or they lead you to a pile of puke. They're like, I threw up, and then you go, and it's all over their bed.
I feel bad because they're usually upset.
Oh yes.
Like just my niece has just been sobbing. I'm so sorry.
Right.
It's fine. Do you feel
We'll clean it
okay?
out.
Like
Yeah.
It's not fine. How selfish could you be?
Well,
I tried to get some sleep.
It's literally your body revolting against you, and
they're just so sorry. She was just, I'm just so sorry. I was like, it's fine. You threw up. Let
it's
it go.
okay. Grab the mop, and I'll see you later. I'm going back to bed.
Here's all the cleaning. Yeah.
Here's how you
You're
use the
7
washer
now.
and dryer.
You want to earn more money for that pooping unicorn?
Right.
Here you go.
I remember one time I ate so much. It was taco night at my mom's house because my mom.
So this
mom
wasn't
always,
last week.
No.
Okay.
It was when I was a kid, but like she always turned out for taco night. Like taco night, you just couldn't resist. And I overate so much that I just threw up, and it was just. You want to talk about taco meat everywhere. And I deserved it because I was just being so greedy and just overeating just because it just tasted so good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just like, so she's like, oh no, you're far too old for me to be cleaning this up. She's like, you can clean up yourself. I was like, it was the first time I ever cleaned up my own puke. And I was like, well, I guess I won't overeat at taco night again.
This will prep me for college.
Right?
Oh God, yeah.
Your mother's in here with his cash. Would you like to leave a message? I see that she gets it.
If that's true, then you must know my mother's maiden name. What is it?
That is not going to come out of that priest's smock. It's just not going to.
It just won't.
Those vestments.
It's just not how it works.
Oh, it's not how it works. Samsung has released a dating app called Refrigerating, where you meet people based on what's in your fridge.
Refrigerating.
Well, a lot of people
What
won't
if
be getting
you-
matches.
I have hamburgers in my refrigerator.
Hamburgers. Yeah, they're selling like these new $5,000 refrigerators, and so this is just marketing for them or whatever. But they're like, I like how a refrigerator, in the age of the Internet of Things, the most mundane objects now have to be smart. Either smart microwaves and all this dumb crap. So I don't know if it's Samsung or somebody else, but they have the refrigerators with the screen on it that tells you what's in the refrigerator.
If it's good,
as opposed
yeah.
to just opening the door and going, we need more milk. You look on the screen and go, oh, there's milk there. So refrigerating is part of that whole thing.
I like
Welcome to Refrigerating, an app from Samsung that works with the Family Hub refrigerator to take a picture of the inside of your fridge and match you with your forever dinner date. They say you are what you eat, so what do the contents of your fridge say about you? Maybe you're health conscious, or aren't home much, or is that an open can of cat food?
All I have in there is A1 and beer. Would you like to go out on Saturday night?
Dude, that's my fridge. You don't understand. I have 2-week-old Chinese food in there, and then like every condiment, barbecue sauce, ketchup. No, I ate. That was new Chinese food. That was different Chinese food. Okay. Yeah, I know. Believe me. And then like beer, a Red Bull, and a Brita pitcher.
Oh yeah, there was a time in my life as a grown ass man where my fridge was just apples and Jägermeister.
Dude, it's just
all that was in there.
Every condiment, any condiment you could want for anything: ketchup, mustard, salsa, hot sauce. I got all that, but nothing to put it on.
Nothing to put it on.
Nothing to put it on.
I wish a sandwich.
Right.
For this app to be like, there's no one that's single that has a fridge like this.
No.
This is
Nobody's got a $4,000 refrigerator.
No single person does.
But you don't need the fridge to use the app.
Oh, okay.
You just use their app.
All right.
You know, even if you have a tiny little dorm fridge or whatever.
Those were the worst.
Dorm fridges?
I had one of those for a long
I loved
time.
them.
It was stupid.
I had, because
you like a big fridge full of snacks.
Well, it never held anything. Like any leftovers I would get, because I would have like the unlimited plan, because of course I would have the unlimited plan to go into the cafe and get whatever I wanted, and I would always bring it in a box and put it in my fridge. And when I would put that in there with my beer or like
you were intent on getting your money's worth with that unlimited plan.
Oh yeah, I would go in there and pretty much rob them blind, pretty much.
2 plates every time you went.
I don't think we were allowed to take food to go from.
No, we weren't either.
I had the unlimited like swipes, so I could go into like the little buffet style where they had pizza and salad and whatever. I could go in as many times as I wanted in a day. But I don't think you were allowed to leave.
We were allowed to go. We were allowed to do swipes to go.
Oh, so you'd have to swipe it again to take the food to go?
No. But my plan was I wasn't allowed to buy from like their grocery store, because they had like a grocery store and then they had like the cafe where you could eat all the time, and the cafe was open for a certain amount of hours. So instead of going to the actual store and buying things that I could actually cook, I'm like, I'm just gonna get all the pre-made food and put it in my fridge. So I would have
for later,
boxes upon boxes of chicken fingers, pizza, spaghetti, stir fry. So I would rob them blind, and then I would have other boxes filled with like chocolate milk too.
Well, you didn't really rob them blind. That food is all very inexpensive. And how much do you owe in student loans?
Oh yeah, like $35,000.
Yeah, so you didn't get your money
Stop
back.
confusing me, damn it!
Right.
I'm paying for those swipes now. Yeah.
It wasn't really unlimited. It seemed like it at the time, but not so much.
I do love stir fry. Now that you said that.
Yeah, they would make it right in front of you too. The little Mongolian grill. That's what we used to call it.
Yeah, like pea pods and carrots and stuff.
I like that place that used to be in Coventry. I think it shut down. That beady Mongolian
barbecue.
grill. Yeah.
My dad's
pretty
obsessed with that place.
That's
He
pretty
will
good.
drive from North Ridgeville to go there. I don't know if there's not one closer.
I
but
don't know if there's. Yeah,
they're not around. And
There's a
he
local chain in
loves it.
Chicago called Flat Top Grill that's amazing, but out here it was like that beady Mongolian barbecue. But they can never seem to stay open, no matter where they are. They don't seem to get enough people that want to go. Yeah, I'll watch you cook my food and then go eat it.
I like going there, but it was just I never go to Coventry.
Right.
Yeah,
So
it's out of the
always
way.
back of mind.
I'm going to have this week's iHeart deal shortly. You can get the jump on these. It is a half off, a $50 gift card to Ripped Fitness in Bainbridge. You go to WMMS.com, use the keyword deals, and then you can see if you can get one for yourself. If you strike out there, I'll have one for you later on. If you want to get yourself in better shape for 2019. 35192, you want to text. Everything else, get to us at AlanCoxShow.com.
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app. From the Hard Rock Rocksino Northfield Park Weather Center.
WMMS weather.
100.7 WMMS.
Cleveland.
An iHeart radio station.
Two 216-578-1007. You want to join us, or 800-348-1007. 35192. Text. AlanCoxShow.com. All the other stuff. Another shot for you to grab yourself $1,000 is coming back around 3:30 this afternoon. About 30 past every hour, you got a chance to go fund yourself. Cavs lost to the Celtics. What was it, 113 to 98 or something?
Yeah, it was pretty close. It was like 103 to 96 or something.
Okay.
It was a closer game.
It was a Kyrie-free game.
Hey, he never plays here. He's
got some
on purpose?
Hips. No, he's got a hip thing now.
But I also think it's on purpose.
Why wouldn't you play?
Because he's a douche.
Really?
Kyrie's a huge douche. I don't like him.
Yeah, but like if every guy didn't want to go back to a city where he used to play, that'd be weird, you know. Coach, I'm out tonight. I used to play in Sacramento, and I don't want to go back there.
It's not the way everybody
There's
acts,
a reason. There's a
but it's the
reason
way
I
he
left.
acts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Friday night, I think, is their next game. They're going to play the Wizards in Washington.
I don't think Kyrie's ever actually played a game against the Cavs since he's been traded, except
All right.
for the first game, at least a game in Cleveland.
It's like when you see an ex at a bar and you hurry up and leave real quick. It's like, well, we gotta be weird about it, man.
He's like, oh, I got a hip thing tonight.
You hurry up and leave? No.
I don't.
You get them to leave.
Yes.
You wait till they see you.
I had.
Why do I have to change my night because you're there?
I've actually never ran into an ex in public like that.
Ooh.
My high school sweetheart, like years after we broke up, we hadn't seen each other. He came into the bar I was working at, and I knew he had like just started a new job, and he was with like coworkers, and like literally walked in, saw me, looked at his friends, and was like, "We gotta go," and turned around and walked out, and I was like, "Okay, bye."
I wonder why it's high school sweetheart. You never refer to someone as a sweetheart at any other portion of your life.
College
Yeah,
sweetheart.
the other-
College
I don't
sweetheart.
know.
It's always
I was
high
at a-
school sweetheart.
I was at a bar in Lakewood, and I ran into my gazebo sweetheart.
Oh my gosh.
At least you never ran into a person who was in the closet and you run into him and his wife.
That would be awkward. Well,
I mean,
that's
I've-
as awkward as you're gonna make
And
it.
it was at the county fair. Well, I was with my family and he was with his family.
I was going to say, what? Why were you at the county fair?
Of course.
So, what,
Let's
some
take it
dude who was
easy.
on the low, he ran into you?
Mm-hmm.
Did he pretend that he didn't see you?
Oh yeah, he pretended like
Oh,
I was
that, yeah.
like I was a stranger in the night. No.
Did you
guys
know
hook
that he
up?
was married?
Yes, but I was. Yeah, no, these were in my savage days. I was like 18, 19, so yes, I knew he was married, but I didn't care back then because I had nothing to lose. And I met him on Grindr. He was just a Grindr hookup, and then he became a more constant Grindr hookup. And then
I don't know why people think they have nothing to lose. You hear stories all the time about a guy who doesn't want his wife to find out something, so he murders his
Like,
mistress or the guy he's been banging.
I was
mean,
young and stupid. Yes,
there was that
it was
dude
wrong.
in Texas who put his kids in an oil drum because he didn't want his wife to find out that he was banging some dude.
Yeah, well,
That's
I was
crazy.
young and stupid. I wouldn't do that now. That's wrong. But back then, I didn't care.
Would you fit in an oil drum?
I don't know.
I don't know.
How big's an oil drum?
Pretty damn
These are
big.
pretty
Like a keg?
big. Like, these were like oil
Bigger than a
tanks.
keg, yeah.
Bigger than a
yeah.
keg,
This guy
okay.
worked at a refinery and he put his
boy.
daughters in there. Yeah, it was very, very
With
sad.
oil?
Well, now what's the point of putting the daughters in there?
Okay,
Yeah,
but this
that's-
was a big story. I think this was Texas. It was this
Well,
guy.
Everything's
Oil
bigger
rigs,
in Texas.
yeah.
That's true. This guy, his pregnant wife, and he had 2 little girls. He said that the wife had some kind of psychotic break, killed the daughters, and then came at him, and so he killed her in self-defense. Well, first a mistress comes out and says, I didn't know the guy was married. So he killed the wife and then buried her like in the backyard or something, and then put the 2 little girls in like the oil tank where they had to go pull them out and drain it was unbelievably sad.
Jeez.
That's so terrible.
But then a guy came out and was like, I was messing around with him too.
Just because he was cheating. He didn't want to get caught cheating, so he
This
killed
is
his whole
what I'm
family.
saying.
So
And
he
again,
had
this
a
is not-
mistress and a dude?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is not
A mistress?
I know. I was like, what's that called? A mastress? What is
a
that?
master. You've got a mistress and a master.
Jim Doe.
Huh.
Wow.
So, yeah, I forget what the guy's name was, but it was very sad within the last year. So, yeah, I mean, you know.
It was wrong. It was like everybody does reckless stuff when they're 18, 19.
I understand.
And that was mine. Sex was my kryptonite, okay? Sex was like my vice.
You know, kryptonite repels a person from something. It keeps them away. I don't understand why people say that's my kryptonite. You mean because it weakens you? Is
Yeah.
that what it's supposed to be?
Yeah, it's
That's
my
what
weakness.
it is.
It's my weakness.
And you
Okay.
give into it because you're weak.
Because I would go
see,
about my
okay.
business, and I'm just like,
Because to me, it sounds like something you would stay away from.
Yes.
You know, I go, oh, lactose is my kryptonite. I don't drink, you know.
It makes him weak and he falls to his knees.
Right.
Well, I'm just saying, I could go about my life, go about my business. I'm like, I'm not that person anymore. Like, I don't do that anymore. And then they're like, bring, and it's a D pick. And I'm like,
dude. I just found out like 2 days ago that a guy I was like casually hooking up with for over years had a girlfriend the whole time. And that's a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
But it was one of those people that I'm like, I feel like I shouldn't be in this situation. You know, da 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 da.
They
but
know
then
how to get
every
you.
time
They
he would
know.
get me, every single time I'd get a text. I'm like, all right, this okay, you know. And then
especially if they're good at what they do, or like if after they see your face and they know your weakness, they get you. And so I'm at the county fair with my family, just walking around. So I didn't want to draw attention to myself because I'm with my family. So I don't want them to know my hoish, sluttish ways. And I just walk in, and here he is. Pulling a wagon, and his wife is pushing a stroller.
So neither one of you were in any position where you were going to say anything.
Well, I mean, if it was
not gonna say hi because then it's like, how do you know that guy?
Yeah, I couldn't say he was like my teacher or my friend because he was.
How do you know this child?
He was like
19 years
he was like
old?
28.
Yeah, but if he's 10 years older than him with a family, his wife is gonna be like, how did your paths even cross?
I could be like, he was like
He's
a
my
student
mentor.
teacher. Yeah, something. I was in carpentry at the time, so he could have been like an apprentice or something.
Yeah.
Honey, I didn't want to mention this to you before, but it was supposed to be a surprise for Mother's Day. We've adopted a half-black teenager.
Let me.
He's going to be living with us in the basement for a few months.
So this is when you were in college, right?
But yeah, it was
He
like
said like 18 or 19.
But why were
Yes.
you in carpentry?
8 years ago.
Oh, you knew from those days.
yeah, I hooked him
got it.
up. I hooked up with him back in like my young days,
He
Like
was
high
t-
school
he
days or
was-
senior year.
Okay.
He was
Senior year.
teaching him how to work with wood.
That's
Bill.
right. They were playing a game called Hammer
Yeah.
and Nail.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was 18, freshly 18.
Could you see him behind him, like working the little table saw?
Like in Ghost.
Yes, but with like a table saw and a piece of wood. They're not making anything; they're just cutting wood.
Today I'm going to teach you about joists.
But he was just like my go-to though, because every time I would come home like on break or like on any type of break or like home on the weekend, I'm just like, bring. I already knew that he would be ready to go. I'm like, he needs to get away. I need to get away.
It's actually very sad when you hear about married guys who are clearly gay and who don't feel comfortable being out because of their religion or their family or whatever, you know, and so on the side, because you're putting everything in jeopardy with your actual family because you haven't told them.
I don't know what I would do. I mean, I'd still, if my husband like came to me and was like, "Hey, listen, this is who I am. This is how I feel." Like I would feel like hurt and betrayed. But then it's also like, well, you've obviously been struggling with this for so long. Like,
Yeah, you don't know how to deal with it.
How do you even do that?
Like you're gonna be hurt in a way, but you're also gonna be like understanding.
No, I'm not going to be
a certain
understanding.
degree.
I'm not going to be understanding because it just hurts me.
The nicest one on the show.
Yeah, right.
Because
but
you have enough
you're
to
not,
do.
You're not gonna feel for your husband who you love, who you've been with for say 15 years, that he's going through something that he felt he had to hide.
It just makes me angry because like you had enough to deal with on your own, and you're going to bring somebody else, and you're going to bring your baggage along with that for somebody else to deal with too.
But he's
and we
trying
have
to
kids.
find out who he is, man, and it's just
Figure that out before you marry someone.
Well, but
Some
what if he
peop-
didn't know then?
Of all the people on the show, you should know that it's if you have a secret like that, or if you have that internal struggle, it's not the easiest thing in the world to just come out, especially if you're raised in different situations.
I'm not saying come out. I'm just saying deal with your stuff and.
Pound cake and his tryst.
I just know there's some guys who are like, you're making chainsaws gay! You're making chainsaws gay! Can you guys just leave anything alone?
He was showing him a few things. All right. Anywho. Yeah. Well, all right. Fine. And so you just passed each other and...
Did you make eye contact?
Yeah, did you give yourself a knowing nod
But
or a wink?
real quick, though, what did his wife look like? Was she hot?
She was pretty.
You're dehumanizing women again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was pretty. And yes, he definitely saw me. We definitely made eye contact. And it was just like two ships passing in the night.
Why
Like,
do I wish that you had a corn dog at that moment? You just like,
You just deep throat and pull out the stick.
big bite of it. Yeah, and pull it out empty, just a stick on it. You remember?
And that was the last time we saw each other, though.
A bomb pop melts in his mouth right there. Oh, God. You remember.
Just a turkey leg. Without a clean
And it
bone.
comes out
Yep.
gone. That would be so funny.
Well, congratulations. No, I've never run into an ex at the county fair.
I go to the fair every year.
Oh, do you?
Because you're not guests.
Yeah, I knew you didn't.
I don't know. What's the allure of that?
It's fun. I mean, just mainly people watching.
What fair do you go
around.
to?
I like Cuyahoga County Fair. Obviously,
You need to go to Lorraine County Fair.
Medina is a good one too.
No, Lorraine is the best.
Medina County Fair is a fun one.
No,
I've never been to Lorraine.
Medina County Fair that's where I grew up, so
They have the best country acts that come there.
They
like their
do.
actual performers are really good.
I actually saw Alabama there one year, and I thought that was cool because I was a kid, and Alabama was whatever. But they do. I don't know. It's one of those things where I guess I wasn't aware of how country I was growing up.
Oh yeah,
because that was my life, and then like going back there now, I'm like, these are the people I thought were just regular like my peers.
You know your country or not. If you have a drive your tractor to school day, your town.
We didn't
country.
have that because like I never fit in with anybody. Like I acted very different than everybody else that was around me. Like we had 4-wheelers and all that stuff, and like I did that stuff a little bit, but I was more into just like staying in the basement, playing video games, and watching The Simpsons.
So you weren't baling hay?
No.
No.
I want to do work.
No, I like county fairs. Honestly, people watching there is just next to nothing.
No,
It's
if you
good.
there's no surprises if they actually have take your tractor to school day.
Right.
You know where you live. But if they don't have that,
Yeah. I mean, but that's also the people who come out to county fairs are like, it's a hillbilly kind of a thing, usually.
Yeah.
But I love it. I'll just go.
Get yourself some deep fried
walk
Oreos
around, have a couple beers, get some fries, get a walking taco.
It's just like a class reunion for me. So every time I
See,
go
that's
there,
why I
I'm
don't
like,
really like going to Cuyahoga one so much, is that I know
Go to Lorraine,
everybody
then.
there.
Go to Wellington.
I think I'll go to Lorraine this year. I think that'll be fun.
Yes, Wellington. Ugh.
By the way, I certainly don't want to be responsible for any fake news. That BD Mongolian barbecue in Coventry still open.
Still
And
serving.
doing fine. Everybody
Yay.
blew me up in the
See?
break. I'm sorry. I thought it was closed. I'm happy it's open now.
You just haven't been there, so you assume that it closed.
No, because a lot of them were closed, and I thought I saw... Literally, I thought the last time I was in Coventry, I saw a sign that said that they were going to be closing or moving or something. So I'm way off. It's still open.
There was a Chinese spot where Bill used to live that was that closed down.
I've lived in 7 places in 6 years. You're gonna have to be more.
Was it Chow Chow or something?
Oh no, that wasn't Chinese. That was soul food.
Oh, okay. Didn't that close?
Well, they moved into the Parkland or the Park View.
Parkview nightclub.
Yeah, that one.
That's by Battery Park, isn't it?
Yeah, that's where, like, the chef that had Chow Chow.
That was
took
takeout
over
only,
there.
wasn't it?
No,
Chow Chow?
They just had like a little tiny dining
I thought
area.
it was like you had.
What else is in Battery Park? I'm racking my brain.
There's this really awesome place called Battery Park Pub that hosts a comedy show the last Friday of every month. It's called Final Fridays.
Right,
And
hosted
would
by
you-
Mary Santora.
Would you know that Thrillist Magazine's best undiscovered comedian from Ohio, Mary Santora, hosts that show?
All right,
There are 2 Mary Santoras
I know,
walking around
it's crazy.
who do comedy?
It's crazy. Would you know?
And both undiscovered.
Both completely undiscovered. Would you know that Friday, February 22nd, Bill Squire would be headlining that show?
Oh,
what are my
God.
credits?
Bill is on the Ellen Cox Show from 2
Who?
to 6.
Anything else?
I haven't heard good things.
Anything else?
Yeah.
You are Cleveland Scene Magazine's best male comedian of 2017.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if she can get in. What else?
How many more do I need?
All right, let's see what else you can rattle off about me.
You had a #1 album on iTunes
Okay, that's a good
called
one.
Decisions Aren't My Thing.
Yeah.
Why are you required to memorize his CV? Can
I
you
know all
rattle
her
off?
stuff.
Oh, you do?
I-
Oh, okay.
I only have 2 things.
Okay.
And you are the host of a incredibly popular podcast called Flicks and Bill.
There you go. All right.
What am I missing?
He was one of Cleveland Magazine's most interesting
Yes, I was,
people.
Most interesting people 2004.
Not that far.
15, I think. 14.
2012.
12.
Today? Oh, I almost.
It's
forgot.
been 7 years since you were interesting.
Yeah, 7 years since I was
Wow.
interesting. Today is my 6-year anniversary on this show.
Is it really?
Yeah, like officially.
Let's do a shot.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh, congratulations.
Winner of Opie and Anthony's Car Crash Comedy.
I would have
There's-
never known that. How long
yeah.
ago was that?
That was about, it's been a long time.
I've
I've been doing this for a long time.
I started comedy February 23rd is my 7-year comedy anniversary.
Yeah,
So
it
I've
was-
only been around since 2012.
I think it was 2012.
Okay. I wouldn't know.
It's also Rick Astley's birthday today, so
Oh
you
my
know,
gosh, so
the
many things
timing
to celebrate.
could not be better.
Laughs
tell you
on
what,
Fox.
when Rick
Don't
Astley,
even use that one. Anyone can use that one.
we went to Rick Astley last April at the House of Blues because Gwen wanted to go, and we went with a couple of friends. And I was like, oh, it should be interesting. You know, it was so goddamn good. It was one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life.
I remember you talking
it was
about
so
that.
good.
Where was he at?
House of Blues.
House of Blues.
It was amazing. Yeah, he's 53 today. Still good.
Happy birthday,
Still
Rick.
got it. He was drumming. They were
Getting it.
man. The crowd was good. It was all like old gay men, moms and their daughters, and then just like regular party people.
Speaking of old gay men, anybody going to see Cher tonight?
I'm not going to see Cher.
Where
No.
is she at the queue?
Yes.
No, she's at she's doing
the
Battery Park
ballroom.
Club.
Yeah, Battery Park Club.
Yeah, she's at Mayhall's. Are you going to Cher tonight?
I didn't get tickets, but like if I get access to them, perhaps. But I'm always so burned out after like the show.
It's Cher.
I know, but
Yeah, it's Cher, man.
no, I want to go. I just have to find the energy. If I find the energy to go, then I might go.
You got to rally for that Cher show, bro.
Yes, but like I don't want to just
Drink a Red Bull. Take a hit off your pen. Come on. That's all he talking
Well,
about.
it sounds like they would have two opposite effects.
It's
however.
the pound cake speedball. That's what you can afford.
I don't drink
so.
Red Bull.
What do you drink? You don't drink energy drinks?
No, I do. It's Monster.
Monster.
But I could do coffee too.
Alan Poundcake loves the county fair because pigs are down for anything. He did say that.
That
He
is
said
true.
pigs
That
were
is
down
true.
for anything. The guy that killed his family lives in, it's not Texas, Frederick, Colorado. Somebody texted me and said that he lived in the neighborhood that this listener lives in.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's crazy.
In Frederick. So yeah, Chris Watts was the guy's name, I think.
What's that? Oh, eerie.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. Baker Mayfield was on Kevin Hart's web show called Cold as Balls. It's kind of funny. If he was, listen, Kevin Hart is an objectively funny guy.
Mm-hmm.
They just got to find a way to let him, I don't know. He when he's in scripted movies, it feels weird.
It's like
Because
he's-
when he does his own thing, he's real funny.
Feels like he's got his hand in too many things. Don't you think? Like, you got to get worn out at some point. So
I feel these days everybody feels like they got to cobble everything together because they do.
You got to have a side hustle. Everyone has to have a side hustle.
You got to have 3
he's
or
got
4.
9 side hustles.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
You ever seen Cold as Balls? It's
No.
Kevin Hart and an athlete sitting in an ice tank, like one of those ice recovery tanks or whatever.
yeah.
So they're sitting there, and he's just,
Interviewing him?
Were a walk-on. Financially, at the time for my family, walking on to Texas Tech, in-state tuition, was the best decision. And was a starter by like the second week of August.
Who was the starter?
Davis Webb plays for the Giants now.
So Davis Webb is a good quarterback.
Yeah.
But you came and took Davis Webb's spot.
I guess so, yeah.
You suck, Davis! So, do you have a nickname at this stage?
No.
BM. Bowel movement. Because you just
That's funny.
Yeah, so anyway, I've watched a little bit of Cold as Balls from time to time, and, it's pretty good. But he's got Baker Mayfield on there.
He's having his moment.
Who
for
had a
sure.
great scene in that NFL 100 years or whatever, and Tom
Get out
Brady.
there, old man.
Yeah, takes out all his rings and pours them into Baker Mayfield's hand.
Do you see him like, oh, one day? Yeah. All excited.
Yeah, he could be one day.
Yeah, he just got him like, oh.
That's right. Al, does Mary walk around the county fair in Daisy Dukes shorts?
Sure.
Come on, Boots. Start walking.
No, yeah, usually, I mean, it's hot out, so I'll wear shorts and, I don't know, shoes.
Okay.
She's really put together.
Sometimes
She's got
shoes,
shoes. She's got shorts.
I was talking about
She knows how to work
Honestly,
it.
probably just a T-shirt, some stupid T-shirt from a comedy festival I went to.
Us talking about the county fair really makes me want to go back now.
Dude, I really do have a good time. Go have a couple beers. I like watching the Demolition Derby.
I'm down for that.
I love watching the Demolition Derby.
I am old enough now that I wear earplugs, but I like to go.
God, are you serious?
My ears are jacked. Like, I have real bad hearing, and like Grandma will watch shows, and she'll watch them with like the volume so low, and it's British because everything she watches has to be British.
It's mumbly.
So
and
yeah, they're just like these, and it's like these crime shows. So it'll just be like,
You need the closed captioning
and
on.
I'm just like, I don't know what's going on here, and she's like, you don't understand. I'm like, I can't hear it. And when I watch TV, I watch it with the volume very loud.
Do
Or
you
like-
really?
Oh yeah.
See, for having headphones on my entire adult life, my ears are real good.
My ears are trash.
I've never blown my ears
I don't think I've ever had a
out.
problem with my ears. But yeah,
I also
demo
have like
derbies.
sinus problems, so I think that like a lot of times my head's just stuffed up.
Do you have a deviated septum?
Like Artie Lang?
No.
You might have to get,
Haven't done
that
much coke.
fixed. You do. You get it fixed, and then Clear as day.
No, I got
Alan,
it
I
clearer than
saw Cher years ago, and the thing I remember was watching her bus leave while the band was finishing the last song. That's a baller move. Good night, everybody. And the band just vamping for
And
5
she
minutes.
just gone.
Walk out, get on the bus.
Doesn't even change. Nothing.
That's right.
See you, bye.
Surprised she got on a bus.
Yeah, I'm surprised that you don't just get like flown in. Elton John does. That's badass. That's a baller move.
To get like a private jet in.
Yeah, I
Well, yeah,
I
when you're
emailed
that
him-
wealthy, I mean,
Yeah,
you
why
just-
not?
Yeah.
I emailed his management because I tried to get an interview with him.
Oh my gosh.
And he was like, well, you can't interview him. He's not going to come in studio. I can't believe I actually heard back. But he was like, he flies directly into the venue. I was like, how do you, wait, like, he gets a jet to fly up to the venue? Like, no, stupid. he gets a car.
Stupid.
Elton John climbing down on a rope ladder
Yeah,
from
like-
a helicopter.
I just thought that was so cool. I was like, whoa. I was like, that's dope. But like, each place just must have like a...
Helipad on the Quicken Loans Arena.
Yeah.
Seinfeld does that when he does weekends. He flies to the gig, flies
Flies
home
out,
that
yeah.
night to New York. Yeah. Still wants to sleep in his own bed. If you can do it, you should do it.
Yeah. I did that. I pulled that baller move. Drove down to Columbus last night. Drove
Oh, how'd that
straight
go,
back.
by the way?
It was killer.
You made
it
it
was
and
packed.
everything?
It was
Yeah.
super, super fun. It was a great show. Thank you.
The gnarly growler gremlin?
Yeah, the Gnarls Gremlin,
Yeah.
the Gnarls Barkley Gremlin. No,
remember when.
it was seriously so much fun. There were a few listeners that came out, so thank you to you guys.
Yeah, I saw some snaps and people said it.
Yeah.
I'm like, queen.
My queen. Yeah, this guy came up to me and he was like, I think his name was Jeff. I'm not sure. He's like, I'm not an expert, but I think you trapped a lot of woodchucks on that stage. And I'm like, yes! I give him a big high five. So that's pretty cool. But it was really fun. Really fun.
Trapped a lot of woodchucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, no, it's all good. All right, I'm going to have this week's iHeart deal for you when we get back. It is, I'll give you $50 to Ripped Fitness. If you're looking to get in shape for 2019, that'll help. You can get half off a $50 card to Ripped. If you go to WMMS.com, use the keyword deals while we've got them.
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeart Radio
right, just talking about it. This week's iHeart deal, while we've got them, you can get half off, $50 to Ripped Fitness in Bainbridge. You want to get yourself into some kind of better shape for 2019. That's a good start. I'll give you one, $50 right here to Ripped Fitness. If we still have them, by the way, get them half off. Go to WMMS.com, use the keyword deals. This for caller number 14. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
The Alan Cox Show.
Spoiler alert, they won't all be home runs. The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMM.
$35192. You want to send me a text? About 7 or 8 minutes from now, another shot for you to get $1,000. About 30 past every hour, we do Go Fund Yourself. And one of the keywords that we give you has got $1,000 attached to it. And a lot of people have won so far. You have about 16 chances every weekday alone for the next few weeks. So if you have thus far been shut out, it might be coming your way. You all right?
Yeah. It's been a long day already.
I understand. If you listen to the show on iHeartRadio, let me know where you do that. I'll put you on the map from out of state. Ronnie listens in Statesville, North Carolina. Andrew's out in Fort Collins, Colorado. Jacob's in Yucca Valley, California. Ashley's in Minot, North Dakota. Laura's in Troutdale, Oregon. Carissa is in Conway, South Carolina. And what's a weird one? Dan is in Emily, Minnesota.
All those really popular places.
Yeah.
To close it out with a weird one.
Like to close it. Well, I mean,
there's a lot of weird.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right. I see what you did there.
All right, fine. Big Mitch is in San Diego. Scott's in Sarasota. John's in London, Ontario. Jeff's in Portland. Elizabeth's in Atlanta.
I know we got them all.
Nate's in Vegas.
I'm going to be in Portland in October.
You're going to be in Portland, Maine, or Oregon in October?
Oregon. Is he in Maine or Oregon?
All right.
Oh, good for you.
Well, they are two diametrically opposed geographically.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to make it very clear.
Yes.
Yeah. You're going to be in Portland, Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm opening for Dan Cummins.
Oh.
Yeah, he's taking me on 5 weekends the
Well
second half of
done.
this year. I'm very excited. We're going to Portland. We're going down to North Carolina. We're going to Indianapolis. We're going to Columbus. We're going to a couple different
Good
places
for you.
together. Mm-hmm. I'm really, really pumped.
Yeah, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
High-profile gig.
Yeah. And I've never been to Portland.
That is a town that's
stinky.
Well, it's going through some changes.
Right.
It's yes, Portland is having a tough time these days. Tough time. That is a city in flux.
Well, then maybe they need some laughs.
They do. I mean, let's face it. What city doesn't need laughs?
You're
Every
right.
city needs
You're right.
laughs.
Everybody needs a laugh.
Whether you are in Titusville, Florida, or you are in Memphis, whether you are in Parachute, Colorado, or you're in Hoboken, you need laughs.
Everybody.
Why is Portland stinky?
Isn't there a lot of hippies there?
A lot of people moved there.
So
yeah,
it's stinky?
Like patchouli and armpits.
Yeah, it's like Austin. Yes.
Does that mean?
Yeah, Portland is very.
Am I ruining the draw in
Antifa.
Portland?
No, I mean it's
they know
it's
what they are.
Whitey Town, USA, and that's
Right.
getting them into a lot of trouble, and so there's all kinds of. Portland is a city going through some changes.
Okay.
So they will definitely need your whimsical, lighthearted take on life as a single gal.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Speaking of single, and I can't believe this is another one of these things that I can't believe someone got research grant money for, but they did. That single guys smell more. We're talking about body odor the other day. I had a deaf Uber driver over the weekend, and he stunk, but I couldn't tell him because he wouldn't hear me. That single guys smell more. They have more BO, and of course you'd go, well, that's because there's no girl telling them to shower or whatever. But it's because they're making more testosterone, and women, whether they know it or not, can sniff these dudes out.
Really?
The old biological imperative. Yeah, right?
Do I smell like testosterone?
I don't know what you smell like.
Come give me a whiff.
No.
Smell
Come on.
Bill. Smell Bill.
Pound cake, smell him and tell us the history.
I'd rather
Get
not.
over there.
I think he smelled him when Bill licked his nose.
Gross.
Oh, I forgot I did that.
So, yeah, human body odor is more prevalent among single guys.
You'd think they'd be trying more, so they'd be showering and applying more deodorant.
No,
Well-
but it's the testosterone that it's overpowering.
Your pheromones.
That.
You know?
Pheromones and body odor aren't the same thing.
No, but if you cover one up, you're more likely to cover the other stuff up, right? It's just whatever your...
Where do pheromones come from? What part of your body do they come out of?
Your big toe.
Is that what it is?
That's
Man.
the central location for
That's
pheromones.
why I'm still single. I've been wearing closed-toed shoes this whole time.
Yeah. I believe you, don't you excrete pheromones?
Yeah, but
I
from
think
your whole
glands,
body?
I think
right?
glands, probably, sure.
So like wherever, probably from similar places where you're going to develop body odor.
Like your armpits?
Armpits. I think.
Your butt?
Yeah.
Those butt
I got
pheromones.
some butt pheromones.
That's why animals sniff each other. that way.
See? It makes
I
us
hate
all
when someone lets out
nature.
the butt pheromones on the elevator. Ugh.
They're just trying to attract a mate, Bill.
I am.
Yep.
Cut him a break.
How do you like these farts? What are you doing Friday night? Yeah. So you hot gals, looking for single guys, don't dismiss them because you think they're a little bit stinky. That's nature doing its thing, pumping out that testosterone, letting you know that
Fertile.
fertile. Yep, fertile myrtle. That's right. I was looking. Speaking of hot girls, we got the Christie's Instagram hotties, by the way.
Who do not smell like body odor.
No.
No.
They look like they smell fantastic, but I don't know what they smell like. Frankly, half these girls could be rolling in a dumpster full of fecal matter, and I wouldn't care. Nevertheless, I don't remember who it was. It was a couple weeks ago because I don't always... Bill does extensive research for the Christie's Instagram hotties. That's really his baby. I don't always go through them, but a few weeks ago, there was one I went through, and one girl kind of caught my eye, so I'm going through a thing. And it was funny because I love when hot girls on social media get mad when people pigeonhole them. She was doing something that, seemed... I forget what it was, but she took a photo of herself... I don't know what she was doing, if she was skinning an animal, something outdoors or whatever, And she's like, it's really insulting that people just think I'm a pretty face. So, and
It's
I'm
like you have 2 million followers because
of your pretty face.
Here's a pro tip, right? When your Instagram profile is 1,000 pictures of your face and one of you making venison, yes, right. People might come to the conclusion that, when you don't show them the other stuff you do, that your face is what.
I feel like some really hot girls like that feel like they need to overcompensate by being cool. So they'll do that, or they'll like shoot guns, or they're like,
or they're just,
I love drinking
trying
craft
to be smart,
beer, or whatever.
like that.
Yeah.
That's fine, but then mess with the ratio then, right?
Right.
Give me 2 selfies, and then you pretending to eat a cheeseburger.
Right.
Something like that.
You're not just a pretty face. You're also a bitch. You're a terrible person.
Nicest guy on the show.
Nicest guy on the show. Just like Angie said.
I'm just saying she could be.
How dare we judge their looks?
That could be the other thing.
Yeah, we're dehumanizing women.
No, I'm just saying that could be the other thing. That could be like what else she does. She could be very pretty, but very mean.
I can't tell that from looking at a photo of her. I don't know her. I'm just saying that when people
Seems
say
like she's ungrateful.
but people only know what you show them. Any one of us on social media, people only know what you show them.
For sure.
So if if I'm flying a plane and people go, "Oh my God, I didn't know you were a pilot," it's because I didn't post any photos of me flying a plane, right?
How dare you?
Well, whatever. So I don't know. She could. What?
Can you fly a plane?
Can you fly a
I
plane?
can't. No.
Okay, I just want.
Can you fly a helicopter? Can you fly a helicopter?
No.
No,
Can
but you
you
can't do
make-
the helicopter when he comes out of the shower.
Can you make a paper airplane?
I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
There
Well,
you go.
F-15. It's the only one I can make.
Okay.
And the one at Kitty Hawk. But yeah, so I don't know what your personality is, but if that's what you're showing me, then I'm going to go with pretty face, check.
See, that's what stories are for. That's where your personality comes out in your story.
I do love a good
That's why I
Insta
have so
story.
few of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You like a what?
I like a good Instagram story.
What constitutes a bad Instagram story?
Something that, like, when
That doesn't reveal anything about you, right?
37 dashes.
that or like they just post like what they're listening to on Spotify. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, a lot of people do
They're
that.
like, mood. I'm like, All right, so you're real chic for listening to 2 Chainz. Great.
Well, no, but these are just because those are features of these things now. People get bored and they go, "Oh, here's a song."
But I think people are so desperate to post something to their Instagram that they're just like,
That's
oh,
what I'm
cool.
saying. They're just taking those new
Yeah.
features and putting them in there.
Yeah. I like posting to Instagram, but like it's something where I'm in the mood to show you what I'm talking about or what I'm feeling. Like it's always like a message.
You want to show people what you're feeling. Mm. But isn't that what mood means?
Yeah, but I feel like they're not doing that to showcase their mood. I feel like they're doing it because
How would you showcase your mood? Because I'll tell you what, and I've given you a hard time for this before. Sometimes Pound Cake will just have a photo, mood, and it'll be him making a duck face.
And that is my mood.
But that doesn't say that says as much as somebody who posts a song and says mood.
But I'm saying if they're sitting in class and they're listening to Bone Thugs and Harmony, I'm like, oh, mood? Really?
Maybe
you should be studying.
Maybe his duck face means he's ready to go south for the winter, Alan.
No, because he does them in breaks here on the show.
This is what's on his
Yeah,
Instagram.
Namaste. Did you do that, or did Bill mock that up?
No, I did that.
that is literally what he
Bill
put.
mock that
yeah.
But I did that last night.
So in the room.
No.
In a break.
That's an old picture.
But you're in that room.
So?
I said, in a break, you're taking this photo, right?
That's old.
Old where?
That's super old. That's an old picture.
Where did you take it?
Here.
That's what I'm saying. So you're in that room, you take a selfie of yourself.
Sure.
You make a duck face and put namaste.
No, I put the little things on there afterwards.
You
Yeah,
put
they're little,
namaste. You put a namaste to
Gifts.
count.
Yep.
Little gifts.
Yeah. Right. But you still put that on there.
Yep. After my anti-anxiety post.
I have an anxiety post on my story right
See?
now, too.
Well, you guys are
Why
basic
would you-
bitches.
Why would you put a duck face and namaste? Do you even know what namaste means?
It just means calm, right?
It means
are you gonna go
yoga.
home?
It means yoga, Alan. You don't know this?
It means namaste away from me with those stupid photos.
You can go
Duck
to yoga.
face and
Namaste here.
Yeah, namaste here.
That's what he means, yeah. Namaste over here.
And I don't think that's a duck face. That's
Your
not a duck-
lips are pursed.
You are making a duck face.
That's just my face. That's just how I look when I'm not like
That
talking.
is not how you look when
No,
you're not
because you
talking.
know how I know that? Because that's how you look in every one of the photos you post. You go,
I don't look like that.
you do.
No, whatever.
Watch your arm cramp up like a T-Rex.
I don't look like that. That's
My
insulting.
sexy.
Now I'm offended. Now I'm triggered.
Good.
'Cause I don't look like that.
At least you're the nicest person on the show, and nobody will get it. You'll take it in stride. All right,
like that,
$1,000 here for you. Go fund yourself is what we call it. Good luck.
Hey, it's Rover. Go fund yourself. We have your shot at $1,000 now. Text the nationwide keyword DIG to the number 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's DIG to 200-200. Good luck and go fund yourself from 100.7 WMMS.
If you go to my Instagram story, you'll see me.
Do you put namaste?
No.
Does your soul recognize mine?
There's nothing about anxiety.
There's a lot about anxiety.
It's just me doing click, click, boom.
Click, click, boom.
Click, click, boom.
There's a lot of click, click, boom.
Whenever that
around
song,
here.
if we're getting ready for the show and that song comes on, I got to click, click, boom. And then just other posts promoting clips from this show in the live stream. So I'm just,
See,
You're very
Bill's all-
show-centric.
Of course, he's all about the work.
Yeah, because
I don't care what Pound
and I
Cake's
don't have
mood
the
is.
anxiety. I don't have the depression.
Right.
Because I'm
He's working.
I'm doing stuff.
He's working.
Yeah.
I was still wrapping up in the office before I came in here, and the door of the studio was open, and Bill was in here by himself going click, click, boom.
I was like, what the hell is that?
Just excited for the
I'm
show,
fighting
man.
depression.
Yes, that's how he was getting ready for the show.
Good for him.
He's not making duck faces in here.
Get off my duck face. I
He's
wasn't
not
making duck
namaste-ing?
faces.
Get off my duck face.
I wasn't making duck faces.
You would make a duck
All
face.
right, let's for the sake of argument say that's not one of those.
I'm just gonna go.
You've made dozens of them in that
I
room
want to see
before.
how many I actually have that are duck faces. I don't
I don't
duck
care about that. What I'm saying is, so we go to break, and you take a picture of yourself and post it to your story. Like, people are listening to the show, but when we go to a break, you post a photo of yourself looking, a selfie? Like, here's my mood. To the people who just heard you talking about your mood, now you're showing them a picture. And they can watch the show, by the way. Mm-hmm. So they can already see
And
hear your mood. And then we go to break, and then you post a photo of yourself. Is that like to just reaffirm the mood for people who might have tuned in late, or
perhaps?
Yeah.
Do we not ask you about your mood enough?
All the time.
Is it a cry for help? Is that what it?
You know what? He doesn't have a duck face. The first one I saw was April 6, 2018, which looks like opening day. And then
the opening of his eyes and lips.
No, he's smiling. He's smiling in almost every picture that he posts to his feed. I will back you up there.
That's on his feed, but on his story, he does a lot
That's
of that.
a major duck face on your story.
Major duck face.
Dang it!
You brought that one on yourself.
I don't even think about it.
You done played yourself, girl. All right, well, good.
But if I were to say it and then do it, it would sound set up. That's a major duck face. Major duck face. That's not fair.
All right.
Someone else do one.
It has to be natural.
I want to get it.
Hear about the jogger who strangled a mountain lion?
No.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, my God. Guy jogging in Colorado gets attacked by a mountain lion, bites him in the face, bites him in the arm. So they take him to the hospital, but I guess the guy's going to be okay. He strangled it to death.
With his hands, or did he what's it called when you put him in a headlock?
Armbar? Oh,
headlock?
No, he put him in a full Nelson.
I don't know.
And then the mountain lion was like, "That's a legal move."
Step out.
Mm-hmm.
This story is pretty incredible. When the mountain lion bit the runner's face and his wrist, somehow the runner got around the mountain lion and ended up strangling the animal until it died. Now,
First, he tried to get him in a fireman's carry, and that didn't work. And so
Because
then
of the
armbar. Yep.
the runner sustained some pretty
Trying to do
serious
the armbar. Got no arms. Really tough one to do.
He's like, "Are you trying to do a paw bar on me?"
injuries, but did find help and made it to a local hospital.
Mountain lions are ambush predators, so it may be something about
ambush predators at the Agora this weekend.
Prey that excites them or attracts them to that.
That's why we're doing the necropsy. Our veterinarians will take a look to determine whether there was any kind of disease, if he was maybe starving, or if it just so happened that as a young cat, he was still kind of learning his hunting instincts.
And you know what they found on that leopard? Snow mountain lion or whatever?
Cougar.
Had CTE.
Oh,
This
no.
poor jogger had no idea that this mountain... He looks for prey that excites him. And then he attacks it. Yeah,
And he gets strangled to death.
gets strangled to death. Hey, Andrew.
Yeah, hate the show, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, just wanted to call in and say that I think listeners should be able to call in and get a pound cake mood check, and we can find out exactly what he's feeling and thinking, or duck facing, whatever he wants to namaste us with.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think it's a great
Thank you.
Guess Pound Cake's mood.
Oh, thank you.
Isn't right? But I would imagine, to my earlier point, you can kind of infer what any of our moods are if you have the show on, and you know, some days I'm cranky, other days I'm less cranky, other days I'm more cranky. I'm on the spectrum of cranky, Andrew. So. Yeah. All right. Good. I don't hate that idea. Pound Cake. What do you think? Every day, the audience guesses Pound Cake's mood. How about that?
At a certain time every day?
I would mix it up.
Serving looks to the camera right now.
A duck face?
I'm Nancy Pelosi right now. Yeah.
What does that mean?
That means I'm just serving looks behind. Never mind. Forget it.
You're
That
just
was
so
for me.
genuinely. What does that mean?
Yeah, what do you think that means? What does that mean to you?
Because she was
thought AOC is the one serving Luke's.
She was very condescending last night, and I just was. That's the reason why I watched the State of the Union.
All right. Well, oftentimes it's unfortunate to be able to guess Pound Cake's mood.
Hey, I molest children.
That's not a mood anybody wants to be involved with.
Damn, it's foggy outside. What is going on?
I know. I was just thinking that.
I feel like we're into the mist right now, and a bunch of tarantulas are going to come out of somewhere.
Don't with that. No spiders.
Anyway, okay. Maybe the weather is serving some looks.
Lukes. Not looks.
Yeah, Lukes.
It's Lukes.
All right. I've got a break.
You started it.
Yes.
I'm going to have Cheech and Chong tickets for you closer to 4:20, by the way. They are bringing their show to the Hard Rock a week from Saturday. If you want to get up to Northfield Park and see them, 35192 to text or AlanCoxShow.com for anything else.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app.
There's a
216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007. You want to join us live? Telephonically. I'm going to shoot me a text. 35192. 4:30 this afternoon will be your next chance to go fund yourself. $1,000 every hour, about 30 past. Different text number. Again, I feel like a broken record, but it bears repeating that sometimes people will text me the keyword and you're wasting it. They give you the number to which you can text those keywords. You send it to me and nothing I can do for you other than write you back and go, wrong number. Cavs against the Wizards on Friday night. They lost last night to the Celtics. It was a Kyrie-free game, but they still lost. 7 o'clock Friday night, they will be in Washington to play the Wizards. John Wall's not playing there, right? Isn't he out for something?
Yeah, I think he's injured.
He's like their guy.
Yeah, he was.
All right. I mean, the Celtics have other guys. They've got Gordon Hayward, and they've got, what's his name? Who's the dude that used to be here that was, wasn't Tatum? Is that kid's name?
Jason Tatum?
Yeah. Wasn't he here for a minute?
No.
Oh, I thought he was here. I can't keep track of these goddamn people who come in and out of here.
As soon as you said that, I thought of Jason Statham. So you guys are ahead of me.
The transporter?
Yeah.
I now pronounce you man and knife.
Yeah, that guy.
Greatest line of all time. I've got Kids Corner. You want Kids Corner?
It ain't easy being a kid. Now look at what you gone done did. Whoa, it's time for Kids Corner. Kids Corner.
Listen, all Chris Hansen wanted to do was shine a spotlight on people who were trying to take advantage of small children, right? To Catch a Predator, that was his baby. They showed it on NBC and MSNBC for many, many years. And then he fell on hard times. You know, there were a lot of legal difficulties with that show. A lot of people sued the network because they're like, yeah, okay, you got me on camera, but A, it ruined my life. B, there wasn't really enough evidence. You know, some people's lawyers argued it was entrapment. It was a whole mess. It wasn't worth the hassle. So Chris Hansen was left to, and then he got caught up in some affair with a Florida news anchor, a whole thing. And then he passed some bad checks, and now he's getting evicted from his New York apartment. Ooh. Won't someone help Chris Hansen?
Someone did. They gave him $13,000.
Well, they gave him $13,000 to pay off those people he wrote the bad checks to. Right. He's getting evicted from his New York City apartment. He owes them thousands of dollars. Last time he paid his rent was August of last year.
How does it take that long to get evicted?
It takes a long time to get evicted.
It's like 90. I thought it was like 90 days, and then they can come take your stuff.
Most states have, if you're a landlord, they'll tell you, most states have very complex tenant right things. Mm-hmm. Where, like, if you board yourself up, they got to really figure out a way to get you out of there. So it can, if you fight it in court, it can take a while before they can get you out of there. So he hadn't paid since last summer, but he was still $400 short, and then he just stopped paying altogether. Again, I don't know how the guy's making money. He'll tell people who he is.
I'm Chris Hansen.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
Why can't I do like radio or something?
What are you saying, Pound Cake? The last refuge of the scoundrel is radio?
No, but he has a good radio voice, and people recognize him. And
do they?
I'm Chris Hansen.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
I don't know if every time you get in your car, you want to turn on the radio and hear the guy that's accusing you of being a pedophile.
But every time a guest walks in,
I can't control my horny level.
He could just be like, have a seat right over there. And then, I don't know, there's a podcast for something.
I just can't believe nobody's putting the show back on. I mean, there's got to find a way where it's not so legally murky for this show. I mean, there's a million different kinds of channels and shows. Get this guy back on TV.
You think Chris Hansen wants to sublet a garden apartment in Rocky River? Maybe.
We'll see.
You guys could be roommates.
Yeah. You think the spiders would be scared of him? Capture
Are you looking to get out of there?
In their web of lies, he would catch them. No, yeah, I
mean, this guy lost his management. You know, they called. They were looking for a statement from his agent. They were like, "We don't work with him anymore." So, Chris Hansen's out there trying to do stuff.
Where does money go?
Catch Predator. Well, I think
living in New York and just squandering.
With no job. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if he was getting divorced, because I think he was married when he was fooling around with that news anchor. He was married. He was, I don't know. Also in Kids Corner is Joshua Trump.
Cute kid.
If you watched the State of the Union address last night, I kind of popped in and out. I pretty much figured out what it was going to be.
I can't watch those. And it doesn't even matter whether it's Trump or Obama or anybody. The constant clapping is so goddamn annoying.
What did they say? It's 43 standing ovations or something like that?
It's
he
so
got?
stupid. Let him talk. Let him just say everything he's going to say and stop with the stupid standing up part. It's
I think I
so
heard
annoying.
that on the news today. It was like 43 standing ovations.
I just you're half the time you're watching it, it's just clapping.
You're just waiting for them to get done clapping.
Yeah.
Democrats and Republicans both invite guests that mean something to them. It's basically central casting, So Comrade Trump invites a bunch of people who are like, immigrants murdered their families, And because Melania's alleged signature issue is bullying, she invited Joshua Trump, who's 11 or 12 or something. And this is a kid who was bullied because of his last name at his school. His mom's, So, even on her signature issue, they have to make it all about them. Right? Here's somebody with our name and he's getting bullied. And I mean, Trump's got no new tricks. These words don't mean anything, so he's got nothing left to say. So whatever. But it's interesting the people that they invite. So they cut to Joshua Trump. He is asleep.
but not just asleep, like
knocked,
knocked
laid out, and like
it reminded me of like how
so good.
It reminded me of how I felt when we had to go to church all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But you couldn't fall asleep, or you get like smacked in the arm.
I told that story about my mom when we moved to Medina. I would try and sleep on her lap, and she'd keep like pushing me up and be like, "You got to pay attention now." I thought it was because she was trying to impress the new people in our new ward. What do we call it?
Parish?
Ward. Parish congregation.
I don't know what the Mormon
we call it
is.
a ward.
Okay,
a
ward.
Yeah, because it's a bunch of crazy people.
Yeah, right.
I see. Chains on the doors and all that. Hey, listen, it's not like Trump is a dynamic speaker by any means, but maybe this kid wasn't getting bullied for his name at all. Maybe he just can't stay awake. And this is why he was getting bullied.
No reason to bully a kid?
Kids will find any reason to bully anybody who's different from them. So, they caught him snoozing in the middle of the speech, and of course, people blew that whole thing up and thought it was so cute, and
Here's the thing is that,
it is cute. It's adorable.
But no kid is going to want to go listen to a speech. It doesn't matter what you're there
And it was
for.
late. It was like, 10:45, 11 o'clock when it ended?
No idea.
Yeah.
It was late. Like, I can understand why he would be asleep. I just don't understand. He's not there by himself. He obviously had his parents there or handlers or something. Someone could have woke him up.
No.
They just let him sleep.
No, he's like in the front.
You could be like, doink, doink, doink.
Well,
head up, kid.
It's like Melania and then
the little girl with cancer,
and then him just passed out.
I saw that picture.
Mouth open.
Mouth open.
He's done
just, and there's clapping and like
yeah, he didn't.
A lot of commotion, and he's just sleeping right through it. And it's fantastic.
You're not going to wake him up because everybody in that room wishes they were him.
Right.
They were I have to stay awake for this. I'm an adult. I'm a member of Congress.
Right.
I envy. Let that kid sleep.
I've slept through like Browns games and stuff before. I was passed out. But,
Yeah.
I mean,
My guess is this kid wasn't tailgating before
you don't think
the
so?
State of the Union.
He wasn't drinking whiskey out of a trunk at 7 a.m.
He did too many polar bear shots before they walked
You
into the.
slept at a Browns game?
Yeah, my ex was pissed.
That's scary. I always
Wait,
feel like
at a Browns game?
At a Browns game. He bought these really expensive tickets, but it was the first time I had ever tailgated. I had never been to the Muni lot before. And we went down and we're making friends. We're playing beer pong and then like kickoff out cold. Just done.
I feel like there's a lot of people who pregame and tailgate who are in that same boat.
And they can't make it through the game.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You can't make it through the whole game, dude.
I haven't been to a game in a couple of years, but last time I went there, there was so many people
just passed out
because it was the first game of the season.
And no one touches them. You're just like, let them sleep.
Yeah,
They're
let them sleep.
fine.
Yeah, they're not missing anything.
Yeah.
I would just be afraid someone would like rob me or
No,
something.
you're with your friends. They're in the same row as you.
Yeah,
It's not
but-
like they're
but-
getting up and leaving you asleep.
Sometimes.
What you do is you stack garbage on them.
Yeah. You put like empty beer cans
Yeah.
on shoulders and
Yeah,
stuff.
you draw wieners on your face, whatever.
My friends and I started a thing called halftime nap time. It's just you're
Oh.
too drunk and it's halftime. You go lay down for a little while and come back and rally for the second half.
Hey, good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never go to sleep in my seat.
No.
Yeah, okay,
At
you
a Browns
think that.
game? No.
You could be so drunk that you just sit and just.
Okay, my point is I would never get that drunk where that would happen. I don't need people throwing, batteries in my face
That's
or what
what
I
I'm
mean.
saying. I would be afraid.
At you.
Speak for yourself.
They didn't want at you, but they might at him.
Of course, that's my point.
Nobody's throwing a battery at me.
Now, somebody else who did not pass out, but I think we caught him before he passed out, is Sean Spicer. They had, you know what the Blaze television?
Yeah.
It's cable TV. It's a Glenn Beck cable TV.
That's where Tommy Lahren was before.
Right.
Fox
If you
News.
get kicked off Fox News, they take you at the Blaze. So
And vice versa, apparently.
Or anybody who's gotten, had to sign some sexual harassment deal at Fox News, they go over to the Blaze. And so they were having a State of the Union after party from one of the Trump hotels, and Sean Spicer came by. And it really seemed like they got him at the wrong time in the night. They should have gotten him earlier in the party because he sat down with Eric Bolling, who's one of these guys who got cast off of Fox News, who's over on the Blaze. And he sat down, and Sean Spicer seemed like he really had a good time before they put him on camera.
I think you should get more her.
I think we're good with you too. We had Katrina.
Look.
Now, by the way, I know Sean a long time. He's really funny. Only one funnier than him is Sean_Spicer on Twitter.
Yeah, no, he's funnier. But I will say this. Look, Katrina offered some real serious and insightful insights into what the president said tonight, and she's been with him.
So I gotta.
Here's some insightful insights.
He's so happy to be out of
And she's been with him.
No, he's not. He wants people to pay attention to him. That's why he's at the Trump State of the Union after party.
But he's happy that he's not involved with the Trump administration anymore. He's somewhat free. He doesn't have the stress of the job anymore, so he can get this.
Then why
lit
even
and be on TV.
No, he doesn't care.
What's the point of an after party?
All this means he's still a hanger-on, but he's not getting paid. Huh?
So what's the point of an after party for something like that? I understand for
it's their Super
the
Bowl.
Grammys and things it's a celebration.
Well,
this a celebration?
This
to
is
them?
all like
Or
Trump
is it
sycophants and
more
stuff.
of a formality? Like you have an event, you have an after party.
Well,
Or are they out there raging, they're partying?
If it's the Blaze
TV put it on,
or like any TV station, you're kind of using it as a place to glad hand and make it like a social event because there's a lot of work that goes into these events. So you also want to kind of
and congratulate the people who worked in.
Okay. Just kind of,
And frankly, they need something to put on these channels.
Yeah.
So,
She's actually, Katrina's been with the president longer than I ever have, and she understands what he's thinking, and
how does she get that?
It's not that she gets it. She's been with him. She understands.
That's great.
She gets it. She's just there.
He said, when are you coming back to the White House? And I told him, I said very clearly, Mr. President, I love you. I love this White House, but you're never getting me back.
What's next for Sean Spicer?
You can go to SeanSpicer.com. And
see my dates.
I've had a fun time. I went down and talked to Glenn. I've talked to you a bunch. I have a fun time.
True story. I'm walking through the airport. I'm coming back from
Charleston. You're coming back from DCA.
From DCA, but we were in. It was 7 below.
Anyways,
he's lit up.
If you go to SeanSpicer.com, by the way, boy, there's some stuff
hard-hitting content there.
Well, if you're into him, you can buy his book, buy an autographed copy. There's events and appearances. He's still doing a book tour.
I just like that he's plugging these. You go to SeanSpicer.com.
Oh, yeah, I love that. If you don't want to miss a moment of Sean Spicer, yeah.
Go watch my Instagram story.
I'm almost at 10,000 followers and I can swipe up. Help me out here.
What appearances does he do? Does he do appearances like we do appearances, like appear at the Circle K?
No. I mean,
listen,
Sean
Spicer.
Anyone, no matter how long you've been there. I mean, I know the Mooch ended up on Celebrity Big Brother because he was there for 11 days. But Spicer was there long enough where when you're done, you just go on speaking tours. People will pay, I don't think he's getting top money, but... if the guy gets $10,000 to do a speech,
at a
private
college
event
or something,
he's got. I mean, this guy's booked through the summer. So he's got a lot of stuff going on.
Get your paper, boo boo.
Yeah, good for him. You got to get paid somehow. Because I can't imagine you selling that many books. So you go out and you do a speaking tour, or you do a book signing or something. Hey, who?
It's Dawn.
Dawn. Hello, Dawn. Oop, hold on, pick up. Hi, Dawn.
Oh, hey, Alan.
What's going on?
Dawn, your usual Dawn.
My usual dawn. Well, that involves the sun, but I take your point.
The crack of dawn, but,
Yeah.
you know...
Love to see the crack of dawn.
Yeah, let's leave your crack out of it, Dawn.
Oh, yeah, no.
All right.
Oh, come on, all of your, bar crawls and...
Yeah, right. Yes.
Okay, the older dawn, let's say. I wanted to say hi because I haven't seen you guys in a while, and
Hello.
I miss you.
And you still haven't seen us.
Love Mary to death.
Hi, love you too.
Hi. And you know what? I know you're like a great beer drinker, and I hear you talking about craft beers. You need to learn to control your alcohol.
Oh, well, thank you, Mom.
I like how she goes, I heard you're a great beer drinker. She does aspire. She aspires to inebriation, Dawn.
That's the problem. She's not.
No, I know.
She's lecturing me,
I
Bill. Let her do it.
understand that, but you never do it to the point where you miss a Browns game or you miss a concert. Okay, I'm a lot older than you and could be your mom and have never passed out in anything. So it's good to have a combination of, like, a nice little buzz and still be able to control, what you're going to see.
She really is lecturing you,
She
isn't
is.
it? She
That's
says,
okay.
I could be your mom, and so I'm
it's
going to
okay.
play the role of your mom.
That's all right.
Now
She's
playing the role.
concerned. She's
I
concerned.
know,
and I appreciate it.
And I heard you went to, like, the Winky Lizard, party, because I did the beer tour for years.
Uh-huh.
And, but no, I saw you at the comedy, jam that they had. Love you to death.
Love you too.
Donna, you're drunk right now.
What?
Are
Am
you? Are you?
No.
Oh,
no.
all
Not
right.
two shots
I just
of
want to make
Crown,
sure. All
no.
right. Tomorrow, the part of Mary's mom is going to be played by an understudy.
Well, no, I know. I love you guys. And then earlier, that woman called in, or the girl called in about complaining about you and women. I used
Yes.
to call in because you'd always say about older women. And Alan, you've seen me over the years, and okay, I think I've
And you
hung
have
up
gotten
pretty
older.
well for an older woman.
Dawn keeps it tight. I remember her.
Dawn does. Hey, listen. Dawn pulls young tail. That's all I know. She does.
Dawn's got some tickle.
I think it would be Mary's wing woman.
Uh-huh. Yeah, if you weren't momming so hard on her.
No, that's what her whole thing is. She's going to let me get real drunk and then swoop in and
Oh.
grab whatever young lad.
She's a really good wing mom.
I would never do that.
All
I
right.
would not do that.
Thank you, Dawn.
Cougar and Cub.
All right, Cougar and Cub. Sure. Well, there's Dawn. Yes. She was at once a fixture on the Alan Cox Show bar crawls.
Yeah, I haven't seen her in a bit.
Well, she's been out doing stuff, I guess. Anyway. Hey, ladies, good news for you. Congratulations. They have finally dropped the period emoji. So congrats. Yes. So you won't have to use, what were you using before?
Doesn't really come up.
Yeah. Well, this is one single shiny drop of blood. So there you go. The blood drop emoji is now going to be your official, when you're riding the cotton pony or whatever it is, you can use that blood drop. Hey, baby, I'm going to come see you tonight. Nope. Blood drop. Like mic drop, but grosser.
Yeah, blood drop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still coming to see you.
Yay, because you're an adult.
Yeah.
You make good decisions.
Because, yeah.
And Bill's got his red wings.
Mm-hmm. Put the towel
Most
down.
people do. Yeah, just get a towel.
It's fine. It's not that big a deal.
It's not.
They also got the hands doing like what's an inch kind of thing. Like it's too small.
Do they really?
Yeah.
That? Like,
yeah, it's like that.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
What's that for?
I don't
You
know.
got
Whatever
little-
you want to use it for, but like
got
it's just
little
like
bit?
you got a little bit. Yeah. It's just like a pinch. Yeah.
Oh. You think they'd offer up a smaller eggplant?
No.
Oh.
Like a kumquat?
No, but why wouldn't you take the established euphemism in emoji form and just make it smaller? Like everybody
That would
gets.
be very funny.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody gets the
If
eggplant.
it was a small, just
Smaller
a
eggplant.
smaller eggplant.
There's a shrimp.
Yeah, shrimp's good too.
Yeah.
Use a
Shrimp's
shrimp.
good, yeah.
All right.
That's what I use.
Mary has a shellfish allergy.
Yeah, what am I supposed
She
to
can't be used. She can't even use shrimp emoji. That's why the tiny eggplant would
my
help.
fingers swell up.
Yes. She has giant thumbs as a result
Yeah,
of that.
that's what it looks like.
I just love how they accommodate everyone's skin tone.
Just a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
But no, white people take it to the extreme because they always want the blackest emoji, and I never understand that. I'm like, listen, we have fought so hard to be represented in the emoji world, and then you just take over everything like you guys do.
What are you talking about? They're just giving different skin tones
Yes,
on the emojis.
but white people don't want to use white emojis. Not that there's like other colors available. They use those.
I don't. I use
I use
a
my
blonde
own-
haired white
yeah.
girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a black thumbs up. It's Obama's thumb.
Yeah.
It's Obama's thumb.
Sometimes I'll use a black thumbs up. Yeah. But that's in the spirit of inclusivity, not exclusivity.
My gays use the black sassy girl. I'm like, nope. You use the white sassy girl. Do not use the black sassy girl emoji. That's ours.
I only use the black thumb when I want to denote where it's been. Yeah.
Smart. So smart.
So sometimes
You get a blood drip emoji. You send back a black thumb.
That's
there
right.
You go.
It's all good.
Old pudding thumb.
Old pudding.
Pudding pop.
All right, I'm going to remove myself here and give you Cheech and Chong tickets on the way back. They're going to do a show out at the Hard Rock Rocksino a week from Saturday, 16th, if you want to see them out there. 35192. You want to text for anything else? Or get to us at AlanCoxShow.com.
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app. Cavs basketball.
A couple of tickets for Cheech and Chong. Their new comedy tour brings them to the Hard Rock Rocksino next weekend, next Saturday night, the 16th. There are still limited tickets available, but those are dwindling, of course. Ticketmaster.com will have the info for you. If you've never seen them or haven't seen them in a long time, it's worth getting re-upped with Cheech and Chong. A couple of tickets for you. Be caller number 14. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Anything can be used as a sex toy if you're brave enough. The Alan Cox Show on WMMS.
About 10 minutes from now, I'll have another $1,000 for you. About 30 past every hour, all day long. It's called Go Fund Yourself because we're pretty clever around here. Mary Santora's right over there.
Hey, guys.
As you are Erica's permanent fill-in when she's not here now, I'm kind of two minds as to whether or not I need to reset the audience that you're here. New listeners might not be familiar with you at all, and so I feel compelled to occasionally clue them in as to your presence here.
Works for me.
Yeah.
I mean, new listeners might not be familiar with anybody other than the man whose name is on the show.
And yet, not on a van.
Mm-hmm.
Not on a van. Not on a bus. not on nothing.
Not on a boat.
Mail truck.
Not on a mail truck.
I would not eat them here or there.
No, I do not like it, Sam. I am. Alan, I'm Asian, and I exclusively use black emojis. All right, well, that's all that Asian privilege you hear so much about these days.
Sum Ting Wong, Wee Tu Lo, Ho Li Fook, and Bang Ding Ow.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Byrne has a bit about that, and it's one of the funniest things I've ever heard. It's so good. Just add
about
that.
Asian privilege?
No, about that.
Oh, bang ding ow.
Yeah, that whole flight fiasco.
All right. Well, I'm a big Steve Byrne fan.
Funny guy.
As am I.
The more things I can see him do, the happier I am. Yeah. Speaking of funny people, comedian Mark Norman is going to be here tomorrow. I always like seeing him. He's at Hilarities all weekend.
He's got one of the best voices, too.
Mark?
Yeah, like his weird old-timey voice. Right. Like him and... I want a podcast with him and John Mulaney just talking about things from the 30s.
Mm-hmm. I'm a sassy girl.
Are ya?
Are ya?
I can't really do Norman, but you get it.
You get it.
Alan, does Pound Cake think he's a sassy black girl? You said you use a sassy black girl emoji.
No, I didn't. I said the gays I know use sassy black girls emojis, and if I wanted to, I could use those because I'm black.
Even the white gay guys, you know?
The white it's specifically the white gay guys.
Oh, I see what you mean. And
But a lot of white gay
take
guys.
you take umbrage at that? Why don't they use their own skin emoji?
I'm just like, why you have it there? Why don't you use it? You don't know what it's like not to have one, so be lucky that you have one. What?
So you're talking about this extends to emoji privilege.
Yes.
Wow. This is a thing now.
An emoji equality.
Emoji quality.
Emoji
right.
quality.
I'm just saying, if it wasn't there, you guys would be like, what? Where's the white sassy girl? There's white sassy girls too.
Well, we didn't have the white one
we
until
had yellow.
there was yellow.
We had
not
Simpsons color for a long time.
But you know, the yellow represents white.
No.
No one looked at that and be like, oh, that's a black person. They would say, oh, that's a white person.
Well, it didn't represent anyone because it was yellow, so it represented everyone.
It's a cartoon.
So when they kind of blew it out to, frankly, I'm not sure what they're looking at besides Caucasian, light-skinned, and dark-skinned. What's beyond that? I mean,
well,
when
they
you
have like tan, like there's like a really pale, like when
right,
you look
but
at
are
like
people
the
going to
thumbs.
get that specific?
They try to make them
I
as human-like as possible. yes.
I picked one that's not like 100%. Like mine are. Let me see. Not the most pale one. The one over from that is the one that I use. And then there's like a tan, and then a light skin, and then like
You look
dark.
at them and you're like, which one is closest to my skin tone? That's that's what I do. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
this
use
is
the second one.
This thumb or this.
I guess
this fist.
it is used globally too. So right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm just saying, like, imagine if your bit. I would be offended if a friend was like, "Oh my gosh, look at my Bitmoji," and it was black and they were white. Oh.
So that would make you angry. See, here's what I want to know though: why aren't there different shades for the poop emoji? If we're going to get so
Dude.
unbelievably specific and skin
That's not a person,
tone, well, but we're all pooping different colors.
It's not characteristics, and you don't know what it's going to look like before it comes out.
Right, but that's
well, I'm not asking anybody to precog your turds.
We
I'm
just want
saying,
some options.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have green poop.
Yeah, sometimes
there's corn in it.
Mine have been very light this week. Like,
I
they've
had
been very light colored
had
poops.
green poop on the Super Bowl. It was like I was so high.
Was that a lot of guacamole?
I was
or
so high. I called in a friend and I was like, "Does that look normal to you? Like, am I seeing things?" They're like, "Yeah, you're probably just ate something green. I don't know.
Wow.
Only happened once, so let it go."
I was reading a thing that said that, contrary to studies they've done in the past, that said that they might be killing all of them. Pot smokers have more sperm.
What?
That explains a lot when you ask.
Alan Katz, Super Sperm.
Stoner with a boner.
I've never heard that.
Oh, Pound Cake just said it. You didn't recognize his
You
voice?
just made that up?
They said they had higher levels of sperm concentration than men who had never tried marijuana.
Yeah, they got to concentrate. Hi.
You got to try really
You gotta
hard.
know what you're
All
doing. You got to think it through.
All I can see is this egg.
Right. They said it's not going to increase your sperm count, but they said, and it also kind of points to the fact that there's a million things we don't know about pot. By the way, that first dispensary in Cleveland that we were talking about a couple of weeks ago that opened today.
Uh-huh.
That first medical marijuana dispensary right downtown.
Greenleaf or something?
That's why it's so
What's it called?
foggy outside.
Yeah, Greenleaf Apothecary.
That makes sense now. Why'd you start with the show with that?
The entire city of Cleveland is high.
I'm sorry. I buried the lead.
Damn it, man.
You're right. The
Give me
botanist.
the best share concert ever.
Yep. Owned and operated by Greenleaf Apothecaries, yeah. Noon to 6. Woof. Some banker's hours, bro.
That's perfect high people hours.
Because they
You
don't
just
get out of
wake
bed
up
before
late,
noon.
leave work early.
But you got to get there by 6?
Most potheads I know don't have like a regular job.
Really?
They could get there before noon or before
They'll
6.
make
There are
it
some,
work.
Yeah.
there are some blue collar pot smokers. Like, there's people that
There are a
CEOs.
lot of executive pot smokers.
A lot
Exactly.
of lunch pail pot smokers.
Yeah, but I mean, believe me, I know I've worked with people like that before. But it's also like they don't need time restrictions. Those kind of people, and they're not probably getting it from a place like that. They have
You don't think so?
hookups and
Or they could
other
do it on their
things, or-
lunch break or whatever.
When I was in Indiana over the weekend, this like really wealthy group of people came up and they all had pens and stuff like that. And then they were like, "Oh, we get our stuff from the best place in Michigan." Like they just drive over the border into Michigan and go to this like really high end, I guess,
How do
dispensary.
you know?
That's what they told me.
No, I'm saying, how do they know it's the best place? Like, they could
That's
just
what
be
they
getting,
said.
they're just charged really high prices, and it's just the same
Maybe.
stuff that you would get
So
in
they're
a normal
pot
dispensary.
snobs.
But yeah, so they like,
Hot
and well,
snobs.
they're right. South Bend is right on the border. It's called Michiana. They just jump right over the border. It's like an hour away, and they go there and do all their stuff there.
Well, anyway, this company is going to operate 5 dispensaries in the state when all is said and done. They opened one in Canton. They're going to have a place in Wickliffe, Akron, and Columbus. And then there are the ones in Sandusky. So it's a brave new world for people who want to get their medical marijuana. And you fall into one of the 21 categories that will get that for you. So congratulations to them. Because if you listen to the Duck Dynasty guy, I don't know why they keep putting this guy on television.
Especially because they don't like celebrities who have an opinion. Isn't that
Over
what they
on
say?
Fox News?
Yeah, they don't like celebrities. Stay out of politics.
Why don't you just stick to making duck calls or whatever? That's what they did, right? They got rich making duck calls.
Yeah. Well,
Hence
it
the
was-
name of the show. Or,
Yeah, that's what they did, and they make the actual little things in different variations in the clothes, and
That's
different
what they
ducks,
sound
right?
like.
Different ducks, different mating calls, different like
And duck
all kinds
calls,
of
not
different-
faces.
duck calls. Yeah.
Pound Cake makes the duck faces, the duck lips. Yeah, the grandpa or whoever the main guy is on Duck Dynasty. Mind you, the show hadn't been on for 5 years.
I thought it was still on. I don't know.
I don't think that it is.
Maybe
but
reruns or something.
This guy's got a book, and so they put him over on the Fox Business Channel, and he's talking about how he doesn't need health care because he has God.
People like this.
Well, that's what he...
True story, though.
And if you look at him, the picture of health.
Just
this
a
guy looks
specimen.
so healthy. You can see where he's coming
I
from.
already have health care. It's given to me by God, eternal health care. I'm guaranteed to be raised from the dead. I have life and immortality given to me by God through Jesus
So
Christ.
people get sick on earth in human form. So
and they
would you advise...
The temporary reprieve is not worth it. I'm telling her I have eternal health.
See, these kind of people can't wait to die.
Yeah.
So to them, they're like, that's God's will. If I get cancer or something, I'm going off to my eternal reward. And you can believe whatever you want. It's just that that's got nothing to do with health care. And it basically says, if you don't believe in God, F you, because I ain't paying for your health care.
Ironically, those are the people who live to be 104, where they're just like, I can't wait for the sweet release of death to meet my maker. And they're just like, why are you still here? Why are you the one?
Cigars and yogurt.
Cigars, yogurt, red meat every day, brother.
It's so true. They live to be
live
like
so
117, and they're just like, well, God hasn't blessed me yet. Like, he don't want me yet.
I guess God won't keep me around.
One of the things that bothers me the most about, like, the afterlife or the lack thereof is that I'm not going to be able to tell my parents they were wrong.
Right?
when it's all black and they're like, I don't get to tell them. It's all black.
But maybe we're wrong.
No, you're right, but I don't get to, like, that's not me telling them.
Why?
Because I think it just goes all black.
Right, but I'm saying if you're wrong, you will get to go tell them.
No, but if I'm wrong,
because
then
they're right.
Fiery death in hell.
No. There could still be something after this that has nothing to do with God.
No.
So you could be floating around haunting people, and they could be wrong.
But my theory is...
You don't get your own planet.
I think it's just black. Like, it all
Me
goes
too.
black. But
like the hand
if there's
emojis
anything,
that we
I'm
use.
wrong. Yes.
Okay.
If there's anything, I'm wrong. So
if there's anything...
if
I
there's
see
anything,
what you mean. I see.
like, even if they're wrong with their religion and their beliefs and they don't get a planet, if we meet up in the afterlife and they're like, well, there's something, so we were closer than you were.
Right, but I'm cool with being wrong if I can still, like, float around and haunt people or
I'm
whatever.
fine with that, too.
Yeah, I'm okay with being wrong. I've been wrong a million times down here. What do I care if I'm wrong one more time up there?
What if you're wrong and you go to hell?
Yeah.
What if I'm...
Eternal damnation.
I'll be dead. What do I care?
But no, it's something.
Nothing you can do about it then.
Yeah, you're already there, I guess. Just might as well burn and slake a fire. Anybody want to go swimming? I got trunks.
And
it's
again,
ice. Read your Dante. It's ice.
And it's one of those things, too.
Read your Dante.
Well, if it's eternal damnation and it's eternal torture, like, how do you keep ratcheting up torture?
What do you mean?
I don't know. If you're being tortured, you get used to it eventually.
No, you make it worse.
And worse and worse and worse.
You get numb to torture.
No, you can't.
No.
It's not real.
How are they going to just continually be like, all right, we're in phase 1 of torture, and we're in phase 2. Also, that's a real it's just silliness.
Because you're not punishing you're not punishing a physical body.
But they can give you your feeling, like the sense of feeling back.
Who's
and
they?
Cut your arm off. The demons.
Who's the they they're talking about?
I just don't know how you guys
Why
think
are they
there's
so
nothing.
powered? Why did God give Satan so much power?
He was his head angel. He had power as the head angel, and he said, "Screw this! I'm starting my own thing," and then he left. So he had that power.
Head angel, will you run hell?
Yeah. I just don't know how you guys
because
think
pound cake, there is zero
There's no evidence.
to support that theory.
But like, I just don't understand.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying there is no evidence to support that belief.
I understand that. I understand why, from the scientific aspect, yes, I understand why you would think that. But just
the burden of proof is on you, not us.
I understand, but
every time science, by the way, religion is what keeps moving the chains. Science, learns things, but every time science learns something, religion has to change its story. So the burden of proof is on you, not on us.
But everything had to come from something. I just don't think we just were set here to
everything did come from something, just not what you think.
And everything can still have come from something, but it doesn't mean when we die we have some spirit body that goes to a paradise or
I think there just is a controller.
Outer darkness.
I think there definitely is a higher power.
Here's the
there
thing.
has to be.
You can believe that all you want, but you're arguing with two of the most logical people you're going to meet, where they're going to be like, well, prove it, and then you can't, and then it's pointless.
It's based on my faith, and that's just
100%.
what I choose to believe, and that's my faith, and I'm not going to tell anybody how to live their life.
Here's how I'll put it to you. Does it seem more likely that there's nothing, or does it seem more likely that a story that has been told for thousands of years that describes the greatest situation any of us can conceive of is what's actually after you die?
And it's the greatest situation if you buy into that situation.
Right.
It's not based on...
It's eternal happiness and this.
If you give yourself over to Jesus or Allah or whatever the religion is.
What it comes down to is it's something that makes people feel better. They do it because it
and
makes
that's
them
fine,
feel better.
but when you're blowing other people up because they don't believe what
No,
you
that-
believe.
no,
that's
I know,
the-
that's I understand.
And
you
it
had to live their
makes
life.
me feel worse because I wanted answers. They couldn't give me the answers. And then all the hypocrisy and all that bullcrap made me feel, I've never felt worse than when I believed in God.
But it doesn't have to be. I mean, and
I'm
we've
just telling
talked
you-
about this before.
I'm just telling you
with
my
no
experience.
answers.
Yeah.
I'm fine with no
That's
answers.
fine.
Yeah.
But
Fine
what
with
I'm saying
chaos.
is you, whatever, could have been in the wrong religion. That was not the one that would comfort you, or not the belief system that
all-
would make you feel the way that you would
but then
like
you
to
do a
feel.
little research and you go,
They all have the
And
same
I
story.
just want answers
They all
too.
start
Just
with the same
saying.
story.
I just
I gotta blow people up with money here.
Hey, it's Rover. Go fund yourself. We have your shot at $1,000 now. Text the nationwide keyword MOM to the number 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info, standard data, and message rate supply in this nationwide contest. That's MOM to 200-200. Good luck and go fund yourself. From 100.7 WMMS.
I was waiting for him to be like the keyword afterlife.
Afterlife.
The keyword darkness. Just black.
Alan, the controller is Thanos. And there you go. In the strictest sense, I might add.
Wait till Captain Marvel shows up. We'll see who's the controller then. Ha!
They keep coming up with all these new people.
All of the new people have existed. They're just bringing them in now.
Yeah, but nobody's ever heard of them unless you're into comic books.
Yeah, but you go and see the movie and you learn about them and you have a good time.
Not me.
Well, then don't go.
That's what I'm saying. It
Good.
doesn't make me feel better for new comic book people to come out. It makes me feel better to think that there's no more new comic book people.
That's fine.
Wow.
Again, I don't really care.
Eventually you'll be right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, eventually you'll get your wish.
Yeah.
Alan, that Duck Dynasty guy's granddaughter got sick with cancer, and it wasn't God who cured her. Doctors cured her. Well, that was his granddaughter. I would imagine that, as with most children, they might not necessarily adhere to everything their parents taught them. So,
And super
I'm sure
religious people.
his children probably took it upon themselves to not leave it up to chance with their daughter.
Super religious people believe that, though, that like God, because they prayed the cancer was gone, not because doctors cured it, or that you were paired with this certain doctor because God put them in your life and this doctor was able to cure cancer.
Right,
That's
but
how-
it didn't preclude them from going to a medical
right,
professional.
but that's what I'm saying is
Sure.
that guy would take it and twist it and be like, well, my granddaughter got cured
Yeah,
because
maybe.
God allowed it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad the kid is still alive.
Yeah, obviously.
There's a trailer out right now for a movie about some kid that falls through the ice and he's underwater for like 15 minutes. It's a real story.
Okay.
But basically, because he was underwater in that cold water, he didn't die because his body was preserved by the cold water. But it's a like religious movie, and it's all about like how God wouldn't let him go, blah blah, and just.
I just want to know.
It's very strange to me when they go, okay, this is the one miracle that happened. What about all the times it doesn't go that way?
Oh, there was about 10 years ago, and they have since made a movie about it. I think Greg Kinnear was in it. There's a book called Heaven is for Real or Heaven's Real.
Yeah.
It's this kid who was 3 years old at the time, and he died and came back, and so he wrote a book, and they were, they made a movie and all. 3-year-old, whatever. People believe what they want to believe. It's fine. But of course, years later, the dad has to cop to the fact that it was all made up.
Oh.
And that he kind of told the kid what to write. Like, yeah, because my daughter is going to be 3 in a week. If she goes, I died and saw... I mean, I don't even think my daughter knows what Jesus is, but, like if she's like, I want to write a book. But you read one before we write one.
Right.
I just want to know the answers to like the big questions, like why are we here and why do we die?
Well,
why does everything living die?
Sure.
But who made up that rule?
What rule? It's the perfect planned obsolescence.
But no, why do we die? If everything is just...
Why wouldn't... If everything that has ever lived dies, and everything that's going to live will die...
But why is that a thing? Why is that a rule? Why do we die?
Because you know what entropy is? It's a fundamental component of science. That everything begins and ends. I like that. I like entropy. Everything in nature eventually grinds down to a halt.
I just want to know why.
Well, sure, everybody wants to know why, but in the absence of any concrete information,
because that's silly.
Let's party.
It just makes me mad. Like death.
But why does it make you mad?
It makes me mad because it's like I didn't ask to be born, so the only way I gotta be out this bitch is to die. It's not funny.
Aren't you happy that you were born?
The way you put it.
By the
is
way,
funny.
Pound Cake, you are better than the rest of us because you've been born again.
Yes.
I've only been born one time. You got to be born twice.
Dying does not seem like that terrible because I know, like,
You just said it makes you mad.
No, the act of dying, like, we're all going to die. Not all of us are going to make it till, 80 or whatever. Till we're
No, you're going to die in 9 years, according to the Ouija board. So you only have till 35. So you better get to getting, son.
So the act of dying, I just don't find that to be pleasant. Like, I could be choking or having a heart attack or having a stroke. That doesn't sound pleasant.
die in your sleep.
You could die in your bed.
I don't like that.
You could die.
You could wake up dead.
You could die underneath the most attractive man you've ever met in your life.
What a way to go.
Precisely.
But I'm just saying.
Right?
He's choking you.
Being
He
born.
thought you were a mountain lion.
Being born was painless, but like the act of dying.
Not for your mom.
It's painless.
Not for your mom.
Not for
You've
me.
never been in a delivery room.
Well,
the babies are crying. I think they're freaking out a little bit.
Well, it doesn't hurt, but it's like,
but it's
I can
emotionally
breathe. This
very
is crazy.
Yeah, I can breathe. Yeah,
Where'd all that water go?
And then,
I gotta eat with my mouth, not my tube.
Right? What is that?
Slow-mo baby.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, okay. Well,
just the act of dying. That's all. Like dying.
All right. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this then. If the act of dying seems painful and whatever, then why does believing whatever you believe after dying make any of that any better or more palatable? Because they're two separate. There's before death and then there's after death. So why do you need to believe the after stuff to make the alleged painful death part better?
Well,
you're still going to go through that.
Well, I don't think I'm saying if I died in my sleep or whatever or of old age, I feel like that's everyone's way to go. I feel like everyone wants to, live to 90 or whatever. Not all of us are going to get there. I don't want to die in a cruel way. That's all. Like Erica always talks about her unusual.
You don't want to. Okay. You're trying to avoid pain, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna. I mean, if it's not physical, it's gonna be some other kind of pain.
I'm just saying. I don't remember the first 5 years or 3 years of my life. The end. I'm like, what am I gonna be doing? Like, am I gonna be on a feeding tube or something? Am I gonna be in a wheelchair? I'm gonna be like, I don't like that.
Feeding tube. All right.
I don't know.
But you wouldn't take yourself out
But
if you
doesn't-
fell into those circumstances. If Pound Cake was walking around with a colostomy bag,
I would.
You
No.
would.
I wouldn't want to be in a hospital bed on a feeding tube. I'd be like, screw
Well, that's
this.
different. I'm saying if you're walking around with a pouch there, you got
No.
your poo in it. I mean.
But that's what I'm saying. I did not ask to be born, so.
But you have been and you exist, so you should make the best of your life
And
here.
that's what I'm saying. I make the best of it now, but that
But do
sucks. The only way out of
Okay, Judgy McJudgerson over there.
There's some, I was
trying
reading
to
about
live my life.
There's some Indian guy who's suing his parents because he
saw
didn't
this.
ask to be born, right?
This is real. I saw
real,
this.
though.
I'm gonna break. I'm gonna find it. I'll come back because it's funny. I thought it was a goof at first, and I'm sure that it is, but he's making some news for it.
So are we all selfish because all of our kids are going to die and it's just like.
No, because you're
you're gonna deal
giving
with it.
them life.
That is
You're
an
giving
argument,
them
though, that some
life.
people make. People
That's
go,
selfish.
I don't want to bring a child into this world, which I understand, but you also can't predict the future. So
It's
I
all
think
that fun stuff in between.
Yeah, you're better off taking the ride. All right, I'm going to have golf show tickets for you if you're a golfer. The International Golf and Travel Show is happening next weekend at the IX Centers. If you want to check that out, we'll hook you up in a bit. 35192 to text.
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS and everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app.